etiquette.org/volunteer. Thank you, and stay safe out there.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Just for Kobe to know my name was amazing for me. I just wish Kobe and Gigi were here to see this moment. I'm excited about this new journey. Happy to be here.
The home of Luka and the Lakers. The ESPN LA Lakers Radio Network.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Go. Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
The Balboa Creed simultaneous knockout. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, DeMarco?
I am good, man. I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy.
Me too.
No, I'm happy for you. You're feeling better.
I am.
You
I'm
said
back.
you turned the corner.
I'm back. Look.
Is that coffee?
It is.
Good for you.
I'm back. I'm having hot coffee,
nice.
And I'm surviving, and it's all good.
And you walked yesterday.
Not well, but I did.
You got out and went.
I got
though.
out.
Okay.
I completed the loop, as they say.
Nice.
I did the loop. I got a very, very mild sweat on, but I got some sun on my face.
Good for you.
All good.
Did all stuff stay in you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
good.
I've been relatively output free.
Okay.
Since
output
Sunday.
Free. I like how you put that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
all good.
Very happy. Very happy.
Slept.
And you did.
Slept.
Good
Ate
for you.
yesterday.
Nice for you. You slept for 8 hours, or
No,
you ate food?
I ate food. ATE.
Oh, what did you have?
Chicken noodle soup.
Nice.
Yeah.
Homemade?
Yeah, Susan made it.
Correct. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It
Good
was
for
pretty
you, man. Good
little,
to see you.
Little white toast on the side.
Good. We were all worried for a minute. Yeah, yesterday. You didn't look like yourself.
I didn't feel like myself.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You look like the guy from Poltergeist yesterday.
When
Poltergeist
comes out of
2.
the pool?
Poltergeist 2, the old guy.
I don't
You're
think I
gonna
saw
die.
that one.
Oh, the scary one?
No, the first one was where the little girl gets sucked into the TV.
That was horrible. The second one was even scarier.
Oh, I
you
never
saw that one?
I never saw the second
old
one.
Guy. You're gonna die.
The first one where the girl goes into the TV and the mummies come out of the pool and the tree reaches in and strangles
Freaked
the
me
kid.
out. And
that
the
was a lot.
The clown doll.
Oh yeah,
to
that
this
was
day,
that was
I hate
not
clown
good.
dolls for that. Yes,
That
but
was
very
not good.
happy.
Well,
You're
thank
healthy.
you.
Yes.
I appreciate you welcoming me back.
Yes,
I
getting
feel
close to the game.
bright eyed. I'm ready to go.
Good.
We are getting close to the game.
Getting close.
Of course,
to the
you're
game.
talking about the Luka Doncic premiere for the Los Angeles
I'm talking
Lakers.
about the big game in New
Oh,
Orleans.
that. Yeah, we'll
the
get
thing
to that.
we should be
Whatever,
talking about.
Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I saw it a couple years ago. Don't know if I need to see it again.
Mahomes going for 3. Come on. That's awesome.
I'll be honest, and
Yeah.
you've gotten to know me pretty well over the last several months, so I think you know where I'm coming from with this. I still can't believe that he's a Laker.
That Luka.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, right?
It changed everything. So obviously the trade late last night, Mark Williams gets the Lakers go out and get him.
Another Mark Williams. I have 6 Mark Williams in my phone.
So you and I are old enough to know the days when you would look things up in the phone book.
Yes.
You never wanted to say, "Oh, my Mark Williams, I'm in the book." It's like, "Oh my God, there's going to be 14 of you guys."
You're going to get the phone book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are multiple Mark Williams in the world, but this Mark Williams was a Charlotte Hornets center who is now headed to LA and this is the craziest part of all, for a package that's not entirely dissimilar to what the Mavericks got for Luka Doncic, which is bananas.
That's wild.
It's
a little surprised
crazy.
Connect is gone, though. A little surprised Connect is gone.
They reset their timeline. They don't need. By the way, this guy's younger than Dalton Connect.
I know, weird, but you just drafted him.
Yeah, but that's just
basketball. It's weird. I know.
They got
draft
younger
assets.
and better, and maybe not better in the sense of this guy's better than that guy, but they got better as a team. They got something that they needed more in Mark Williams.
I like Mark Williams. He's a true 7-footer. The only thing
Big
I don't
body.
like is he's absent a lot.
He has not played a ton of basketball.
He gets marked absent from school a lot. He's hell when he's well, but he's always sick.
Did your mom let you stay home?
Heck no, man. We're going to school. Are you breathing? Go, because she's got to go to work.
That was the threshold.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been hurt a lot. But I mean, it's hard to really judge anyone coming from Charlotte, who's in a perpetual rebuild.
Yeah,
every year.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets. Like if you took, I'm going to put hockey over there, even though I'm a huge hockey fan because I just don't know it well enough. But If you took the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball and said, name the most anonymous franchise in those three sports, so you got 32 football, 30 basketball, 30 NBA, that's 92 teams.
The most obscure
The
team?
most just anonymous, where you just don't know anything.
Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte's got to be in the top 2 or 3.
I had to be reminded that Ball is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't see them. You don't talk about
They're
them.
never on national TV. They're never any good.
No.
They're well, the only time they cross your radar is when they come through LA to play the Lakers.
Play them, or something happens like this. But just going through his history, he's a 7-footer. And it's the other thing that stood out about Mark Williams and why he's here is Luka requested him.
Yes.
I thought that was interesting. Give me a 7-footer with springs. This guy definitely has that.
Yep.
But it's interesting. Well, we're definitely building this thing around Luka.
This is not surprising.
End of story.
It is the very best part of this. I know I said it yesterday.
Yeah.
I know I said it the day before. The very best part of this is that it just completely and unambiguously reset the Laker timeline and priority and decision-making tree.
Yeah.
That it just instantly was, hey, Luka, what do you need? I need a big guy that can run rim, protect, and do all these things. But, okay, we're going to go find that. Mark Williams kind of fit the bill? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. You know whose name didn't appear in any of those stories?
LeBron James. I know.
And they were marginalized.
But he's a big factor in all this.
He's a huge factor
but
in all
the
of it.
decisions going forward don't really include him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think this is the best world possible for the Lakers because they're going for it right now. This signals
Which is surprising.
But it's also incredibly exciting.
Okay, so I've been hit in the face twice this week. Once we thought since you made the trade with Luka, you got worse defensively.
Yep.
The Clippers are going to mow you down, run right through you. Surprise, nope, didn't happen. Another one, I thought they would punt on the season or just let's figure this thing out. No, they're staying in the hunt in this thing.
Because they're... Okay, I'm going to use a terrible hacky football analogy here. You don't punt from the other team's 45-yard line.
Okay. Well,
you know what I mean? And that's kind of where they are. It's like you're not trapped in your own end where you just got to say, okay, we're going to punt it away.
You got a chance for points.
We're 4th and 5 from your 42-yard line. We're going to go for it.
Why not?
Why not?
To stop you?
Why not? Because if we don't get it, we're not in bad shape.
Well, but in terms of trying to get a big, I didn't have Mark Williams on my bingo card.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know
you got
the
a big.
NBA well enough to say that I've had Mark Williams circled as the potential target.
Yeah.
But the NBA podcast I do listen to had mentioned him as a center that might be available.
Okay, yeah.
And so everything I've seen about this guy coming here, the only knock on him is that he hasn't played a ton.
Well, that's a big knock.
Well, you know who else doesn't play a ton? Anthony Davis, or at least hadn't.
But say the numbers.
He's only played in 84 of his possible 212 games. That's 39.6% of the games that he's available for.
Not great. You play 40% of your games.
That is street clothes.
It's not great. I'm not pretending that it is.
Yeah.
But he's not the best player on the team.
No.
And that's why I think that a move like this, even if you pay it a pretty high price, which they did, Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish at 2031 unprotected, a pick swap in 2030, that's more than the Mavericks got, or similar
Which
to
is
it.
ridiculous.
It's bananas.
If I was Mark Williams, I would lead with that to my family. It took more to get
valuable
me.
than Luka.
You dang right I am.
But if it works out, it's great. If it doesn't, it's one of those. Okay,
you took a swing.
You keep moving. You keep moving forward. You got a 25-year-old transcendent superstar as the center of your team.
Parker back there still thinks there's more moves to be made.
Maybe.
I thought what could you possibly get done now?
Look, I am done saying that.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because it keeps happening. Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Was there in your wildest hallucinations, did you think we'd be talking about the Luka Doncic was on the Lakers?
Back to what you said to open the show.
Yeah.
No, I'm still pinching myself.
So the idea of, what could they do now? Man, dude, I don't know is the answer. I don't know. Anything. I mean, apparently anything is
the
in play.
luckiest man on this planet.
Well,
luckiest man on this planet that you can keep the omerta and keep your mouth shut. The only requirement for you to get Luka Doncic is to keep your mouth shut. That's it, period.
Maybe.
I'm doing you and this franchise a favor.
Look, I think it's going to be weeks, months, years, maybe ever before we fully understand why this went the way that it did. Because it still does not make any sense
10
at all.
years from now, 15 years from now, when they do the 30 for 30 over this, when they're talking about the Lakers rattle off 4 straight championship wins because of Luka,
right. Yeah.
and we really get into this, and you've seen these Netflix shows, right? How they tease you. Then they bring in LeBron. Did you really know or did not know? And he goes, and he smiles, and it goes to black. At some point, he had to know about this.
I don't think so.
You think so?
I don't think that there is a
huge.
ta-da moment where, of course it's huge, but I think it's one of two things. And I think, what is it, Occam's razor, that the most obvious answer is usually the right answer, right? The Occam's answer, or Occam's razor answer, is Nico Harrison blanked up. That's the obvious answer, is that Nico Harrison just absolutely screwed up and traded away a generational talent way ahead of his time and made a colossal blunder.
Is there any way out of this for him? Like, regardless of what the Lakers do, if Luka comes here and they build a dynasty with Luka, that hurts Nico Harrison. It definitely hurts.
It does.
But what if Dallas becomes a perennial contender? Okay. What if they don't stink?
That's interesting.
If they luck up and win a championship,
okay.
Can he dig his way out of this hole he's in?
Not if the first part of what you said comes true.
If they build a dynasty around Luka.
If Luka Doncic does what almost everybody thinks he's going to do, which is continue to be a generational player for at least the next 8 to 10 years, no. They short of the Mavericks keep knocking the Lakers out of the playoffs. Short of the
Mavericks becoming a dynasty.
Right.
Then he becomes the winner of all
that's
this.
the winner of this. So to kind of go back to where we were,
that's big.
There are two options. That the general, Nico Harrison, tricked this off to such a level that it was that bad.
Yeah.
Like a colossally dumb thing. We talk about this as Dodger fans. Fred Clare traded Pedro Martinez for Delano DeShields. Okay? And it's just like, wait, what?
It happens.
But even that at the time, Pedro was young, unproven. He was a prospect, but it's like Delano Shields had made an all-star team. It's like, hey, we need a second baseman.
One of the all-time great names.
Yeah. Pedro went on to be one of the great players of all time.
Yes.
Delano DeShields did not. But even that in the moment, you're like, But it was this is in the moment. You're saying, what the heck?
Because it just doesn't happen. Right,
so that's option one. Option two is, there are a multitude of conspiracy theories out there. Pick the one that fits your flavor profile the best. That they're union busters. That they're trying to tank the value of the team to move them.
My favorite is Nico Harrison is a double agent.
That's one of them.
I love that one.
He's a double agent.
He's been sent to ruin the Mavericks.
This is an effort to try to legalize sports gambling in the state of Texas so that the people that own the Mavericks can build a casino empire in Dallas. Like there's a million wild speculations
as to why it happened.
Yeah. They want to move the team to Vegas, and the only way they could do it is to tank the value of the team so dramatically over the next 3 or 4 years that the league says, yeah, you probably should. There's these wild theories out there. The answer is Nico Harrison probably tricked it off.
Could have.
It might just be that simple.
He made a mistake.
Lest we forget that 5 years ago, the Dodgers also benefited from a wild trade. They got Mookie Betts, and they basically traded something, but not barely anything.
No, I'm going to push back a little bit. They gave away jack squat. They gave away Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, and one other guy that I don't even remember his something Wong, Connor Wong, maybe
Colton Wong. My God!
It was the last name was Wong. I'm pretty sure the last name was Wong.
It's Colton Wong.
It's Colton Wong.
He was a Cardinal.
Yeah, okay. Like it was just one of those. Wait, and the other thing they had to do is they had to take David Price's bad contract. Okay,
right.
And we got Mookie Betts.
Yeah, it's just like, lest we forget, sometimes ownership, or not ownership, but like the presidents, GMs, make bad trades.
Oh, yes. Yes. We could not talk bad about Colton Wong.
I don't think it was Colton Wong.
No,
it's a different Wong.
You just brought back a trauma.
Colton Wong was okay.
That's what I'm saying. He did it right.
Yeah.
He was gritty. He was gutty.
Emily, look up who they got. It was Jeter Downs, Verdugo, and there's one other guy. I forget who the third guy was.
I'm looking up right
now. That's probably the answer. That the Lakers were the beneficiaries of this is why I think the conspiracy theories.
Connor
flourish.
Wong.
Connor Wong.
Oh,
Thank
Connor
you.
Wong. Who's Colton Wong?
Colton Wong
Dude,
is
I
the
don't
guy
know.
you're
That's
thinking
the guy.
of.
Okay, that's what I
There's
thought.
more than one Wong, DeMarco.
We could not say anything bad about that guy. Oh my God, that was so funny.
No,
Wow.
you need to stop focusing on Colton Wong. He has nothing
He's
to
done.
do with this.
He's done. It's over. Trauma removed.
This
Yes.
might be the worst trade in the history of sports.
Maybe. I'm trying to see. I mean, I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, the other worst trade in the history of sports was authored by the guy that we're talking about in such a favorable light, Rob Pelinka and Westbrook.
No, that was bad, but that wasn't.
Horrible.
That wasn't. It
At
was
the
horrible.
time, it was horrible.
It was horrible, but
It was
not
the worst.
That's not. We're not. We're still
Now-
talking about Herschel Walker.
but now
40
he's-
years after it happened.
But now he's been absolved.
No, I get
Why?
that. I
He
get
picked
that.
up the phone.
But that is a bad deal. Don't get me wrong. Horrible.
Yes.
Even at the time, I'm like, this deal stinks.
Franchise-altering deal.
It was a bad deal, but it wasn't something that 40 years from now, and be like, that's just, that was a stupid thing to do.
Probably not. Yeah.
This could lead to another Laker golden age.
Could be.
that
Yeah.
had they done the deal with Russell Westbrook. Where did they get Westbrook from at the time? Washington?
Yes.
Exile.
Yeah. Like had Washington turned into the Celtics, then
Right.
then it's one of
We'll
those
see.
things.
I
But
hope both squads are good and meet in the finals every year. That would be fun radio.
it's going to be terrific.
Yes.
I cannot wait for the Lakers to play tonight. I cannot wait for the debut of Luka Doncic.
Luka.
There's nothing but good. Oh yeah, there's a Super Bowl too. I got questions.
Look
It's
at
coming
you.
up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Luka.
Mason and Ireland.
1 plus 1 might equals 3. Does that make sense? 1 point. No.
Online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
If you're looking for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance, we're Term Provider, experts in finding affordable term life insurance for those that may not be in perfect health. Prostate cancer, heart conditions, high cholesterol, or on prescription medications, you may still qualify for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance. Call Term Provider at 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Bad news, Buckeye fans. Your head coach just got a 7-year contract. All he did is win the national championship. I know you hate his guts because he lost to Michigan, but
get over it. You just won the national championship.
I'm with you.
Oh, get over it.
I'm with you.
You think Ohio State fans really are bugged by that?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think it's stupid, but
I think
yes.
Michigan fans are like, hey, we beat you.
That's also stupid.
But no.
But yeah, you've sat amongst them.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I just have one question. What was going through your mind when you were just standing there as your team was fighting Michigan? Everything else I love, but just
it
that.
Was a weird look. It is Super Week on 710. Thanks to our friends at Islands for helping make sure that we have our super squares. Listen for your cue to call and be caller 7 or 10, and you win 2 squares for our Islands Super Board to be selected randomly by us. And then on Sunday, you can win fabulous gift cards from Islands. Brought to you by Islands Restaurant. Time to visit paradise.
Islands. Where's Emily? I was told to do this by my daughter. Do you know what that is?
Can you do it again?
It's this.
So he's stacking hands. Is that part of the... No, I don't know.
That's the appetite.
I was going to guess that, but
that's the whole dance.
So that's not the whole game. So
Yeah.
the drinking game, well, again, your daughter shouldn't know about the drinking game part of it, but like they're like stacking hands.
Yeah.
And then like whenever you're done singing that like catch of the song, it's whoever's hands on the bottom has to like drink the shot in front of them or something like that.
Okay.
So, but like the little girl version is this dance.
I told her about it. She's like, "You got to do the dance, Daddy. Did you do the dance?" No, I didn't do the dance. I just did the there.
Because the little girl I babysit for is around your daughter's age, and she was in the car without me prompting it, humming the chorus of APT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what else is stuck in my head?
What?
HTHOTTO.
Oh, Chaperone.
Oh my God.
Chaperone, guys.
Please.
Grammy Award winner.
It is the Macarena of this. It just won't go away.
It's the YMCA.
Yes, it won't go away.
It's one of the. It might be the number one thing that Emily has introduced in my life that I despise.
What
is that song? I'd never heard it until you played it on the air one day.
Mm-hmm. It's my
that
birthday.
song?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's an unbelievable earworm that once it's in there, you cannot get it out.
It's a hit.
And I know it's a hit, and I hate it. I absolutely.
I wish I wrote it.
The time that I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, it sucks, and I can't stop hearing it in my brain.
It gnaws
So
at you.
congratulations to you for giving me that gift.
She is now Grammy winner for Best New Artist of the Year. Shout out
She got a Grammy
Chaperone.
for that?
I
Oh
love
my
not
God.
for that song
Oh.
specifically.
Put your hands down.
Reese keeps
Put your
doing
hands
the dance
down
back
back
there. It's pretty great.
She also she sang Pink Pony Club at the Grammys, which is fantastic.
Isn't that
Okay, what is your daughter?
I'm sure you have.
Well, that's also part of the song.
I believe you. I bet you've been to more than one Pink Pony.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does your daughter love The Descendants?
Oh, yes.
So
yes,
that is also what has been constantly playing in my car when I'm driving them around to pick them up from school. And I think I have memorized every single song, at least the first 5 songs of the Descendants soundtrack.
Ooh,
it's actually not that bad.
See,
I don't hate it.
There we go.
So this is not the drinking song game. This is
This is hot to go.
H-O-T-T-O-O.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to get the beat stuck in my brain.
Don't
I'm trying
worry,
to do
it's
it
going to
wrong.
be bumped into breaks on every
I'm sure it
football,
will be. I know how you
game.
roll.
There
I
it
know
is.
you roll.
Okay. Sorry about that,
What's the
Trav.
song where you were doing the hand jive or whatever it was?
APT.
APT.
Put ya.
Okay.
Put ya.
Were you ever a drinking game guy? You strike. Can I guess? Because
spin the bottle.
Okay,
Hey,
that's
puka.
that's
Puka.
more of a makeout game.
Spin the bottle. Quarters.
Okay. Yes.
Beer pong.
No.
That doesn't count.
No. Of course it counts. I'm
That
just one of
counts?
the things that I've done.
Let's see.
You ever played
Ride the
die?
bus?
Die's way after our time.
What's die?
It's like a big ping pong table without a net.
Yeah.
Okay, and you take a die, like you're throwing craps,
Like,
but only one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you throw it in the air, and it hits the table, and your opponents have to catch it before it hits the ground and all. And it takes, because it's a die, it takes crazy bounces.
Yeah.
Right. So
I
it's
have
kind
to
of
catch
fun.
it before it hits the deck.
Or they get a point, or you have to take a drink and all these other things.
Oh.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But here's what I don't get about drinking games.
What?
You know what's fun? Sitting on a couch and drinking.
Well, that's no
and
fun.
watching TV.
No,
sure
no,
it is.
It's got to be a
Okay, but if you're
competition.
there- if
No, it
you're there
doesn't.
for,
I
like-
know how to get drunk all on my own.
But it's got to be a comp.
If you're chilling with your friends on the porch and you've already been there for 2 hours, you exhausted every area of a conversation, then it gives you something to look at. So there's this game that my friends and I have played. I'm sure people have played it, but it's like a card game where each card has a meaning. So, you
Okay.
know, like A is something, B, 1 is something else, 2 is something else. Anyway, you pick up the card and whatever, it's like 2 is a rule that you have to make. And then after you pick that card, you put it into a can in the middle and you're trying to make it not pop. So the person who they're stacking these things so that the tab keeps getting up and up and up.
Oh,
and then
underneath
once
the tab. Got it.
And once
Okay.
the tab is
That's
popped,
kind of fun.
you have to chug the beer.
Oh.
So you want to be the one to not be the
open
one
up
to
the
get
beer.
it popped.
And it's
Because eventually it's going to snap the lid open.
So you're
then
both
it's
doing,
yours.
like, you're pulling the cards, you're doing the rule, and then you
I don't,
also
you
put
know
it
what
in
that
there.
reminds me of
What?
a little bit? You didn't have that game as a kid with the Jaws, the big plastic shark.
Yeah.
Where the jaw had the rubber bands,
I
and
do
you put all the
remember.
junk in it, and then
Yes.
you had to hook pieces out, and eventually it
Before
would
it
snap
snaps.
shut.
Yes, I do remember
That's
that.
the drinking
You can
equivalent
make
of the Jaws
almost
game.
anything a drinking game.
Sit
Yes.
What about Ride the Bus, too? That's a good one, too.
I don't
Ride
know that
the
one.
bus?
Yeah,
you seem
there's
like
another-
you know a lot of these.
Well, I would party with the ski team, and we'd have to take up some times. But like, Ride the Bus is a good one. We'd also do this one
What's
where
Ride
like
the bus?
it's just like another card game that
Oh.
has like rules to it,
Okay.
and then drinking rules.
But why not just play poker and drink beer?
Well,
You can
because
do that. but
poker
that's,
is
I mean,
That's fun too.
This is fun though. Yes.
poker is harder to learn than the Ride the
Yeah,
Bus.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
No, we didn't have a poker
If you say
table.
so. Well, you don't need a poker table.
Yeah,
you just need a
we just
kitchen
had
table.
Shotskis. Yeah.
A kitchen table is your
Wow.
poker table.
Well,
A milk crate
you know
turned
what
on its side is a poker
The
table.
drinking game of this big game this weekend, you know what it is,
Hit me.
right? You don't know?
I don't think so.
Drink every time you see Taylor Swift.
Every time you see
Oh,
Taylor Swift,
well,
take a drink.
Get
Or
ready to
the
get
other
a liver
guy.
transplant.
Who's the other guy?
POTUS. If you drink every time you see
Oh,
POTUS, or drink every time you
is
see
he
Taylor
in?
Swift.
He's coming.
Is he
coming.
in this
Yeah.
one?
He's coming.
No, I mean, is he in the drinking game? I thought it was
I
only
just
Taylor
the first
Swift.
I've heard
I'm
of that
sure
portion
you
of
could
it.
add that in, and
Okay.
we'd
Yeah.
all be blackout.
Fun.
No,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Either way,
If you
it's gonna
drink
be
every
blackout.
time you see Taylor Swift, you're going to need a liver transplant by the time the game's at halftime. That's
gonna be
just
hammered.
the way that it's going
Wow.
to go.
And even more if they win.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
she's going to go down the field and
Yep.
share the kiss
Also,
and all that
guys,
stuff.
She's gonna
they're
be
not
on the
gonna get
podium.
engaged.
You think so?
She will make the podium.
What are there rules to that?
Not really.
No?
There's no hard and fast rule.
So if
She was on the podium last year.
yeah.
so if
She will make the podium.
if let's say you and I were friends 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And you get on the podium as a Super Bowl champion, and you could wave me up there just because I'm your buddy.
If you can get past security, you're up there.
Okay.
Remember, Kevin Hart got stopped. I think the only reason Kevin Hart got stopped is because he was hammered.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think he's a big enough star he can walk up there.
Oh yeah. Kevin
No
Hart's-
one's going to stop Taylor Swift from getting up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's just
But the thing is, does she want to be up there?
Oh, come on. If Mahomes says, or if Jason Kelsey says, "Come on up," she's coming up.
yes.
Yes, you know this. Or
But
Travis.
she
Travis
was there
Kelsey.
last
Travis
year.
is
She
her
got on.
significant other.
Come on up here, sweetie.
What, Em?
She's coming up.
Last year, they were dating and they won, and she didn't get up there.
He could be retiring. This could be it. That's what I'm saying.
I-
If they go three-peat, this is the biggest. It's never happened. You think she's going to miss this stage?
Yes,
NFL
it's not
history?
her stage.
If he says, "Sweetie, come on up,"
I don't. I have no dog in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if she was up. I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
hey, lady, come on up.
She doesn't need. Yeah, she doesn't need a stage.
No,
she is the stage. Like she is so blanking famous that if she just walked and stood in the corner by herself, half the cameras are going to turn to her.
You might as well put her on stage.
But that's what I mean. Like she doesn't. Like some people. Like
especially if he turns out to be MVP.
Follow me on this one for a second. Some people's significant others need to be standing next to the significant other to draw attention.
Yeah, who are you talking about?
She does not.
Who are you talking about with what?
I'm just saying. I'm speaking in generalities, Emily. I don't know what you're inferring.
Is this a secret? What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're inferring. I'm saying that some people who are the.
You talking about Mrs. Mahomes?
I'm not mentioning anybody by name. I'm just saying there are some people whose fame is entirely dependent on their significant others' accomplishments. And then there are people who have a power dynamic like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was famous before Travis Kelce, will be famous after Travis Kelce.
You know what?
She doesn't need it.
Because if she
Others do.
If Taylor Swift gets up there, and she might, that means Mrs. Mahomes will go with her.
Oh, jeez.
I would
stop.
Put money that Taylor Swift will not be on that stage.
Now that you mention it, because if she goes, Mrs. Mahomes is going too.
She going no matter what. All right, so it is Thursday before Super Bowl.
Yes.
And you played in the Super Bowl, in case people have forgotten. You were a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
I want to know what this point of the week is like, where you're getting ready. You got 3 days before the game actually played, and what you're doing at this point in the week. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, but not before I tell you to call in right now. 877-710-3776. That number again, 877-710-ESPN for your chance at Islands Super Squares. Lucky winners, easy for me to say, get an Islands gift card in the first quarter. If you win, $100 gift card. Second quarter, $150 gift card. Third quarter, $100 gift card. And if you get the final score, you get a $250 Islands gift cards. Islands Restaurant, the best place you love for best burgers, best fresh cut fries, and the best Mai Tais in town. Time to visit your local paradise. DeMarco's Super Bowl week coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And since we're talking about the big game on Sunday, you ready to do your prize picks in the big game? You should be, because it's your last football game for a while. Why not get in on the action like 10 million members already have? Billions of dollars in awarded winnings, but you can't do any of it if you're not playing. We're talking prize picks. So when you sign up for prize picks, make sure you use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V, because when you do that, they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't have to win the $5 lineup. You get the $50 no matter what. And, oh, by the way, you got a really good chance of winning all of your lineups because they're giving you a freebie for the big game. One of the starting quarterbacks is only going to need to throw for 1 yard. I like the chances, right? That's prize picks. Pick more, pick less, and you can win up to a shot to win 1,000 times your cash. But you can't do it if you don't play. Sign up for prize picks. Use that code TRAV to get the extra 50. Prize picks. Run your game.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Our boy Stu Gotts.
Oh, okay.
Said to me, he goes, how's Sedano? I go, Sedano's great. You know how Sedano is. I go, take a look at him. I go, did you see the nice new part, that fresh part in the side of his head? Freaking guy's great. You got to understand how far George and I go back. So when people know that now we are a team, people are sort of weirdly blown away by that, you know? But what can I tell you, man? We're killing it.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
This February, NextGen is making it easy to show someone you care with their Buy a Membership, Give a Membership special. When you sign up to become a NextGen VIP, you'll have the opportunity to gift someone you care about a 6-month VIP membership absolutely free. With a NextGen membership, you'll both enjoy priority service, exclusive discounts, and peace of mind all year long. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming LAX.
Hey, it's Chris Canty. All right, let's tackle the age-old question. What do I get her for Valentine's Day? Don't stress, I've got the answer. Send foolproof flowers from the Books Company and wow your Valentine. And get 25% off your entire purchase. Books makes it simple. Choose the Quickie Book. With the click of a button, get their best-selling bouquet right in time for Valentine's Day. She'll brag about it for weeks. Or pick from their collection of unique modern designs or go for their flower subscription, the #1 husband life hack, and be the hero every month. You really can't go wrong. Books aren't just any flowers. Their flowers are cut fresh from where they grow best. So you get bigger, brighter blooms that last longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. She'll be blown away by how stunning they are. Valentine's Day is February 14th, right after the big game, so don't fumble the flowers. Get your order in now. Go to Books.com, use my promo code CANTY for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code CANTY. Books, promo code CANTY.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
This is all hands on deck. Calling out to lost boys and girls. I'm getting tired of the disrespect.
Yeah. This is from Descendants, and you gotta wait until the chorus and the beat drops. I actually don't hate the Descendants soundtrack.
No.
What is the Descendants?
It's the kids of the Disney villains.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what.
Is it animated or is it?
I don't even know. I've never even seen the movie, so
Oh, really?
I've only listened to the
it's
music.
the kids of the Disney villains.
Interesting
and
concept.
They're all together. It's like teenage.
Are they all baddies too?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Good and bad.
Okay.
Kinda. Yeah. It's same.
So
story.
you get Maleficent's evil
Daughter.
offspring. Okay.
Yes. Jafar's
Dude,
son.
Jafar was a bad guy.
Jafar's son is in this.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. The only sad thing is, right, I don't know his name anymore.
Yeah.
The one that passed.
Yeah.
So everything my daughter watches, she thinks is new. And she's like, "Oh, I love this guy," and I don't have the heart to tell her. You're right. Yeah. Where is
Cameron Boyce?
Cameron Boyce. Where can I find him, Dad?
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't figured that out.
That
yet.
sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
That's a drag. So
Yes.
this is not a drag. You were lucky enough to get some incredible experiences. I've said this before. You won a high school state championship.
Yeah.
You won the national championship.
The last state championship our high school won.
There you go.
Yes, the last national championship UW has won.
Okay.
They were in it.
You went to the Rose Bowl 3 times.
3 times in a row. 2-1.
Pretty good. Pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And, of course, you won the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Super Bowl, I would guess, is the pit. I mean, it's obviously the pinnacle of football.
Oh, yeah.
But was that the
It's the top of the heap,
Yeah.
bro. It is.
Okay.
It means more. That college team was far more dominating.
Yeah.
That was more fun.
Yeah.
Because that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
We were beating people up.
What's going on right now with the Eagles? What's going on right now with the Chiefs? Like, it's Thursday morning, I guess kind of
It is Thursday.
Thursday afternoon in New Orleans.
Okay, so Yeah.
Are you still? Is it still far enough away that it's kind of like, all right, we're getting ready?
It's time to start focusing in, locking in, and stuff. It's Thursday. If it's just in the regular season, Thursday is when you start tapering down physically, practice wise.
Okay.
And it's more the mental side. So you're kind of locking in.
Mental side being you're looking at more tape, you're studying more. Like what do you mean?
Digesting the playbook, my responsibilities within our game plan for the week, then my opponent, my injuries, whatever I'm going through. You're starting to lock in on Sunday. So no more phone calls, no more whatever. You're starting to, how do I say this? You're getting into game mode on Thursday.
Okay.
That's normal.
That's the first day that starts to happen?
Thursday, Friday. Yes, that's normal. Now, here's the problem at the Super Bowl. It's not a normal, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, you got interview requests. You've got this. Just to go get a plate of eggs, you have to go down and take the elevator down to the lobby, walk a velvet rope. There's a million people standing there screaming your name. It's weird, right?
I bet it is.
You're just trying to get into game mode like you have for 16, 17 weeks, and now you can't. Your phone keeps ringing. Yeah. Everything is happening. It's a weird moment.
The BS, kind of take me through it, DeMarco.
Everybody everybody you've ever talked to is trying to get at you.
I'm trying to think. You guys are playing the Atlanta Falcons in Week 9.
Yeah.
That level of stuff, interview requests, people calling you for tickets versus the Super Bowl. Is it 100 times more, 1,000 times more?
A million
times more.
A million times. You're hearing from everyone. And everyone has the best of intentions.
Yeah.
They just want to tell you congratulations, I love you, good luck.
Oh,
right?
and by the way, if a ticket shakes loose, here's my number.
If a ticket shakes loose, that's the other side of it. People that are aggressive. I want to go to the game. Yeah. I haven't seen you since I was 5. But we were there. I was there when you played your first football game. I got you, but this is different. We only get 10 tickets.
Yeah.
It gets weird.
That's a lot, but that's not a lot.
No, it's you got a lot of family, you're married, you've got kids.
Look,
it's weird.
Your 10 tickets, I bet you I know at least 8 of them off the top of my head.
Go ahead.
Because I know how important your brothers are to you.
They're coming.
There's 2.
There's 2.
They married?
Yes.
Okay, there's 4 then. Your mom?
Yeah, definitely.
Married at the time?
No. Not at the time.
You were not significant other?
Me. I was married.
Were you married at the time?
Yes, me married, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Wife.
So there's wife.
Yes.
So we got 4 left before we've even kind of considered.
My 2 best friends.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
Now we're down to 2.
And this is where the fights begin.
Oh, yeah?
Right. So you got 2 tickets for about 50 people that actually probably deserve to be there.
Yeah, that it's not outrageous. They have seen you since you were 5.
Right. And then there's the other list that's like 200 people long that have no idea or any right to that ticket, but still think they want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're calling everybody. They're bugging everybody. It just gets weird. Right about now is when that stuff starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when you shut off
the
phone.
What did Vermeil say? Like, what is the coach saying to you guys about, never mind, hey, I need you to tackle Steve McNair. Okay, that's one thing they're going over.
He's going through it too.
I'm sure he is, but he's also the leader of the team.
Yes.
He's the guy that's got to kind of set the tone and make sure that you guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing theoretically. Like, is there a messaging like, listen, guys, run everything through your agent, run everything through your brother, your best friend, but turn off your blank, and we need to get to work starting at this time.
He's going through it just like we are. He's getting phone calls. Everybody's going through this. So this is why it's so hard to focus. So this is when you turn off your phone, you give it to somebody else at this point. Friday, Saturday have to be for you. It has to be. If not, it's going to cost you on game day.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you on Sunday.
Yeah.
But everybody goes through the same nonsense.
Any parties at this point? Are we shutting that down? We're going out at night? We having a dinner? Like
the only party you might go to, maybe, I think Honors is tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, you may go to something like that, and that's you're in a limo.
Yeah.
You're walking the red carpet, sit down, get
you're
up,
having
go
sparkling
back,
water,
go right back to the hotel. But
yeah,
you're not like going out and searching out parties at this point. I hope not.
Some
guys
Wednesday
do.
night.
Yeah, probably when you get to town. But some guys do. Some guys can. And they're everywhere. There's parties everywhere.
Yeah.
It's hard to turn down.
Yeah.
I know Michael went out. Michael Irvin went out a lot. But it didn't affect him on game day. The problem is the 7 other dudes he brought with him could mess them up. Yeah, that's the issue.
When did you shut it down?
Thursday
night, you're done.
I had an easy way to shut it down. Bruce Matthews.
Yeah,
I better get focused for this dude. Because not only could he, not only shut me out, he could, embarrass me on national television.
Yeah.
So let me focus and shut this thing down. But it doesn't. Everybody wants to say congratulations. And you appreciate that. But it's like, I got to get some sleep.
Tell me congratulations on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell me congratulations later.
But it's a big deal.
Yeah.
The whole week, even in your town, like I got the key to the city.
Oh.
All this stuff.
Still have it?
I still do.
Okay.
There's a day in Richmond, like the DeMarco Farr Day.
Richmond, California. Okay, yeah,
Richmond, California. Right. So all this stuff. It's like, thank you very much, but I still have to go play the game.
Yeah. Oh, they did it during Super Bowl week?
Like, can you come back here? I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah, no. Thank you for the honor, but are you out of your ever-loving mind?
Right.
You want me to come back to California
It'd be
now?
It'd be so big for the kids in the community. I still have to play.
Then let's book it for a month from now, Mr. Mayor, Mrs. Mayor, lady.
Right, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of
But
those.
they all mean well. Right, that's what I mean.
But that's dumb. That's idiotic.
They're not thinking that way. They're just thinking it's great.
Hey, I know you have the
Hometown
Super Bowl
boy.
in 3 days, but how about you jump a 6-hour flight to come back here so we can get some third graders fired up?
I think that was part of my little thing when I'm sitting in for Media Day. I said, this is all great. I'm still this short, fat kid from Richmond.
Yeah.
And they picked up on it. And now, can you come back?
Yes, I will come back
later
in March.
Well, we still have to win it first.
Even you're still in the Super Bowl, even in March. Look, if you win, it's even better. But if you lost, it's hey, I climbed the.
I think that's why they did it, Travis. Because in case we lost, they wanted to get out in front of it. Yeah, I know, nuts.
Crazy.
But fun. But Mahomes has been through this. Hurts has been through this.
Yeah.
Saquon could be going through hell right now.
That's interesting.
He's never done this
yeah,
before.
Saquon is a newbie.
Yeah, Andy Reid, this is old hat.
Yeah,
you
even
know?
Sirianni went through it 2 years ago.
I mean, almost every Eagle player has gone through
that's
it.
what I'm saying. I mean, I
think that's part of the reason we're, I don't want to say not interested, but not as interested as we might be otherwise. We just saw these two teams. We know it's going to be a good game. There's not a ton of
See, that's why
stuff.
my experience is going to be different from theirs. We came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to talk to us. You've got every quote from Mahomes you can possibly get at this point.
And he's smart. He's not going to give you anything new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's got a suite for the bowl too. Yeah.
I'm sure he does. You know what he has?
What?
Whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants.
Far Side coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
All right, here's Devin. Hey, Devin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Devin.
Sports Graffiti's lit. The lines are lit. Laker fans are lit. LA's lit. ESPN 710's lit, baby. This move right here, what I don't hear people talking about, it's going to extend LeBron James's career, where we're talking about one more good year. I can see us getting 2 or 3 more good years out of LeBron and us hoisting that trophy in that time. I'm out.
All right, he's out. I love his enthusiasm.
He's already the oldest guy in the league.
Everybody's lit, according to him. We're all lit.
Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get an AM/FM Bluetooth radio when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 11th.
Number 2.
Book your room for as low as $109.
And the number 1 reason.
The Big Game Blitz is finally here. The big game on big screens with big prizes. Sunday, the 9th.
Morongo. Good times.
Something amazing is happening in business. More companies are turning to Mac. From finance to fulfillment, CDW will seamlessly support Mac integration into your organization. With the power of Apple Silicon, best-in-class security, and compatibility across your favorite apps, your team will have the performance they need and the tools they love. Make amazing happen. Mac and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/Apple.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I'm so geeked for this game this weekend. And not just because of who's going to be crowned champion, Mahomes with a three-peat. Andy Reid, if he does go 3 in a row, where do you put him next to Shula? And Belichick?
He's second to Belichick.
Shoehorn in between? Mm-hmm. So Shula's 3?
I don't know.
Shula's
I haven't really given it thought. Yeah, okay. It's
start because
it's Belichick and then Andy and then sort out the rest.
Okay, so Belichick, Shula, Reid, Mount Rushmore.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
And one other guy. So yeah, think about that. But I am so happy for
Bill Walsh.
I'm not happy for Bill Walsh.
No, I said Bill Walsh.
Oh, you're throwing Bill Walsh out there. I got you. Okay.
Chuck Noll.
Fair enough. Anybody else?
Yeah. I'm just, well, you didn't prep me. I'm thinking out loud now. Yeah.
I am so happy for Steve Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
Because I was in St. Louis when he got the job, and it was the end of the greatest show on turf. They had just fired Scott Linehan, and it was Jim Haslett, the old Saints coach that was the D coordinator that became the interim head coach.
Okay.
And I heard this from John Shaw, the president of the Rams. He wanted to give that job to Jim Haslett so bad. All he had to do was win one more game. I think he had won 2. He had an upset victory maybe in Dallas.
Okay.
It was a big win. It was a bad season, but we had this one win that gave everybody hope. And he said all he needs to do is win one more game, and I would have given him the job because people loved him in the building. He had that hard-nosed demeanor I think the team might have needed, but just couldn't get it done. So he said I couldn't rationalize hiring him. Then the coaching search began. Steve Spagnuolo became head coach. So this was in a time, this is when Eric Mangini was still Mangenius. Guys were taking jobs with these traditional franchises.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That have been around, but they were whitewashing over the history of.
It's almost always a bad idea.
In Cleveland, they painted over Jim Brown. I remember people, right. He was trying to start anew. That was just the thing. Steve Spagnuolo said, we're no longer talking about the greatest show on turf. Right? We're starting over. Didn't really work out. The first 2 years were kind of a slog. The third year was just a mess.
Yeah.
I think his third year when he got fired, 45% of that roster, maybe more, never played football again.
Oof.
That's how bad that roster was towards the end. It was just like, wow, it was a mess. But I thought he was a great coach. I thought he was a great person. I just thought it was a bad situation for him.
Timing's everything, man.
It is. Big time, right?
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah. And here he is again on the verge of being named the greatest defensive coordinator in NFL history. He may get 3 with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He's got 1 with the New York Giants,
Yeah.
built that defense up. He may go down in history as the greatest defensive coordinator of all time.
Timing is for players, for coaches, because it's a symbiotic relationship. You can't have one without the other.
Definitely.
I need, if I'm going to be a player and I'm going to be successful, I need to be put in an environment where my success is possible.
Yeah.
Like if you go into a place that is radioactive, right, that just has bad ownership, bad leadership, bad infrastructure, the odds of success are virtually zero.
Versus, and remember, this is the specter of this team maybe moving at some point.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a whisper back then, but it was still something they talked about. So in hindsight, I called him, he texted me back. We haven't chopped this up. In hindsight, maybe he shouldn't have taken this job.
That's so hard to say
But
no
how
to.
do you say no to that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
some of these coaches that go in and they're hot head coaching prospects, and it does not work out, they get fired. Sometimes it does not mean they're bad coaches.
No,
it's just everything around them could have been bad.
I think there's a couple of different ways to kind of look at this. I agree with you. Just because you get your first job and it goes poorly doesn't mean you're a bad coach.
Right.
I think sometimes it does, but not always.
Yeah.
For instance, I think that your Spagnuolo story is a good one because does he deserve another shot? Yeah, it sure sounds like it. And it sure sounds like you would learn from your mistakes and go through it. And, hey, I did this here.
I'll do this. I won't do that
great
again.
Great example of this is Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Right, Pete Carroll, by the time he got to SC, had gone through the Jets, had gone through New England,
Patriots,
and realized, okay, this works, this doesn't work, this is who I am. I'm not. And then he's been really successful ever since. Then there are guys like Urban Meyer who show us like this just doesn't work.
Right,
like the guy that there's no respect, there's no connection, it just does not work. So I don't know if he gets a second bite at it, like to use just him as an example.
Yeah.
But Spagnuolo was like one of those. He had bad players. The team was not functioning properly at the time. That's not entirely on him. He was given a bad hand.
He had some players that he did not draft that were making a bunch of money. It was just a mess.
Yeah.
But that's a good comp. Maybe someday you might liken Steve Spagnuolo to a Pete Carroll. Same thing. If he gets an opportunity to lead his own ship or be the captain of his own ship again.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
Spags is, I would say, in his 50s, maybe in his 60s, but it's a young 60.
65.
65. See? Young 60, but he's got abs.
Yeah, okay.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
Like, when we're walking in the building, he's just leaving the gym every day.
Okay.
And he works out hard. So he's that guy. If he gets another opportunity to be the captain of his ship, who knows? It may be a Pete Carroll type career. Like, wow, this dude was actually pretty good.
And he got his first bite when his 40s?
Yeah.
That's a long time between bites.
I know, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's tough.
Or wait, I mean, like you said, if Andy Reid, if he goes 3 in a row and steps down, Kansas City's got their coach. He's right there.
I want to go back to something you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
I wrote it down because you mentioned something that I absolutely can't stand. This idea that if you win this, you keep the job, or if you lose this, you don't keep it. Think about what that implies. You think that this guy is one more game away from having the job, or one more game away from... Dude, if you're having I think I might need to get rid of this guy. You've already made the decision.
Yeah.
Or if you think, hey, this guy's onto something here. He's a good coach. He's got this thing turned in the right direction. Just because he loses the next game, it shouldn't change your opinion on those things.
I don't think they trusted anybody on that staff. I mean,
I'm not even talking about this.
And when it went bad for Linehan, it went bad.
I'm not talking about this specifically. I'm saying the concept of this. He saved his job by beating his rival. That's idiotic.
Yeah.
If you think the guy is ready to be fired, fire him. If you think the guy, he lost to his rival, he's got to go. Is he a good coach? Yeah. Then don't fire him.
Turned out to be right. I don't think Hazlitt got enough.
Like I'm saying, I'm not talking about that specific. I'm saying the idea of this. Well, if you win tonight, you stay. If you lose, you're gone. We've already made the decision. If I got to the point where tonight's the night where I put a bullet in you, I've already decided to put a bullet in you.
Oh, well, I mean,
just do it.
If whenever you make a coaching change, there's always a dead cat bounce. So is that you motivating these guys like Antonio Pierce?
Yeah.
Is that you motivating these guys? Or are they just happy the other guy isn't here?
Perfect example.
So I need to wait and see. That's
Perfect
what I mean.
example.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce, and again, whoever was the ultimate person making that decision, maybe it was He-Man, Mark Davis, maybe it was somebody else.
Are they happy because of you're standing there, or because McDaniel's not?
Is he a good coach, or are they just thrilled that the other guy's gone?
That's what I have to wait and see.
You have to figure that out beforehand.
And then there are scenarios like Andy Reid with the Philadelphia Eagles where he might be a great generational head coach, but it's just not working with us.
It's time to go.
McNabb let him down.
That's another one where this guy is a great coach, but it's run. Pat Riley had said, get about 10 years in a spot, and that's if you have a great run.
Yeah.
By then, everybody's heard the messaging. It kind of starts to fall flat. Okay.
Yeah, Pop's still coaching, right?
Well, he's sick right now, but he's been there forever.
Yeah. Okay.
He's been there forever. There's not one size fits all.
No,
good is
not.
good and bad is bad.
Yeah.
Well, this guy, if he loses tonight, I'm firing him. Well, he won, so he stays. Well, he didn't get smart in the last 24 hours.
Wasn't that? He just
crazy.
He wanted to. He was a great dude. It was like,
no, I'm not. Again, I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about it happens all the time.
Yes.
He's coaching for his job. He's already decided.
I know.
But he's got to go 15-0 from here?
Yes.
Stupid.
Ask me Hazlitt stories down the funny, fascinating, but go ahead.
Hazlitt stories.
Oh, my God.
On the list. It's going to happen. All right. We just saw Puka up on the board.
Yes.
And it reminded me of Cup, which reminded me of Stafford, which means we're right back to where we started. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about my friends at Rotolo Chevrolet. That really is what they've become over the last, several years now. Friends of mine and friends of mine that I cannot recommend to you highly enough about that new Chevy Silverado, that new Chevy car or truck, because I have no doubt in my mind that if you go to Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana and talk with them and meet them and take a look at what they have to offer, you're going to be thrilled. I know that because that's the experience that I've had, and I know that because they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. They know what's up. They know how to take care of you. They've got great selection. They've got great pricing, but you're going to feel terrific about your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet. That's what Mike Capozio, who you see on TV all the time, insists on, and his entire team at Rotolo executes that plan every single day. So if you've been thinking Chevy, if you've been thinking Silverado, Rotolo is the place to go. ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com. You can go online, get that same great experience, but I can't tell you, enough. Go to Rotolo Chevrolet right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, and go see for yourself what I've been talking about for years, that customer service that is literally second to none. And when you go in, or even if you go online, make sure they know that Travis sent you in to Rotolo Chevrolet.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Just for Kobe to know my name was amazing for me. I just wish Kobe and Gigi were here to see this moment. I'm excited about this new journey. Happy to be here.
The home of Luka and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Now, it feels like putting a glove on your hand. It's so comfortable and it's easy. Like no emergencies, no pokey wires, no broken brackets. It's really straightforward and great.
Here's how you get in touch with Beverly Hills Ortho. Call this number, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Hey, it's Mace. Want to have more fun watching the NBA? Try playing daily fantasy basketball on Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. If you're right, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users just have to play $5 and you get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app today. Use code 710. That's code 710.
Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Is this from the Avengers?
No.
What's this?
Sabrina Carpenter Taste.
Oh.
She got
Another
Pop
one.
Lyric Album of the Year at the Grammys.
I knew that.
Oh, wait. Okay, another thing. Okay, so
Okay.
my daughter has, they have the entire 4th grade is on this chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've been going back and forth.
How many?
And how do they-
Is that 100 kids?
About 75.
And they chat on their iPads?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we all the parents monitor, but we just don't tell them. So we see everything. It comes up as we're doing the show sometimes. Like, what are you doing at home? Billie Eilish?
Yes.
Was there a stink about her at the Grammys this year?
Well, if you're an Eilish fan, you might think that she got snubbed. She didn't receive any Grammys, but she's also received a gajillion Grammys, 2 Oscars. She's won every award possible. I do think her most recent album was her best work, but she did not receive any awards.
Oh, okay.
But I also don't think that, I don't think she was truly snubbed because the people that won deserved it. You might say that Sabrina Carpenter's album was not as good as Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, but I think that Sabrina deserves to get recognition for Short and Sweet. I think
was
Short and
the
Sweet
argument.
was short and sweet and beautiful.
There's a Team Sabrina and Team Billie right now.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
What side are you on, Trev? Billie or Sabrina?
I know who Billie Eilish is, okay? So I will pick Billie's side because if you put 2 people and said pick Billie Eilish, I'd get it right.
Okay.
And Billie Eilish is an LA native.
Yeah, and if you put 2 people and said pick Sabrina Carpenter, Sabrina Carpenter, I would have a 50-50 shot.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
she sang the song Espresso. You might have heard that one.
I know that. I actually
Yes.
know that. And I'm sure that Sabrina Carpenter is a lovely artist. Sabrina Carpenter is a lovely artist. What I'm telling you is I just don't know anything about her.
Going at it. I wish you guys
I know
were
Billie
more-
Eilish.
Yes.
So I think this year at the Grammys, I honestly believe that every person that won I have no qualms with any of the. I could have said, hey, maybe I get Charli XCX win Album of the Year or something else like that. But in the end, I was happy. This is Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. The song, I think, okay, here's another thing. I love Not Like Us, but I think I would have liked Not Like Us to win Song of the Year and then Birds of a Feather win Record of the Year. Because record is the production of a song. Song is for the songwriting. Not that Not Like Us didn't deserve it, but I would have liked the wealth to be spread a little more.
I think I've heard both songs a million times.
I like this.
Yes.
This is very nice. Very pleasant.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Vibey, as
and it's actually
Kelly
interesting
would
because
say.
this is very different than the rest of the album. This is the most vibey of all the songs in the album. Chihiro is very different than this. It's based off of the Spirited Away.
What did she say?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I thought I heard churro, but that can't be right.
Chihiro, I think is what it's called. Has your daughter
Doesn't he
watched
play Center for the Kings? Chihiro?
I don't.
Got you watch what now?
Has she seen Spirited Away?
Of course. Yeah, recently.
So it's based off the character in Spirited Away.
Oh,
the one
okay.
that's like, will you remember my name?
Yeah.
As so the song Chihiro. I'd be saying it butchering the pronunciation, but songs about that character.
Spirited Away has been around for a while, right?
Yes, it's like 99.
My older daughter told my youngest daughter, my 9-year-old about it, and she's been watching it lately.
Because that's like my era, like sleepover movies.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what was the one? BoJack Horseman.
Yes.
I got so mad.
Your
She
daughter
can't
should not
watch
be watching
that.
BoJack
Who
Horseman.
told your 9-year-old to watch BoJack Horseman?
The older daughter. She would love it, Dad. Check this out.
She watched SpongeBob.
Have you watched BoJack Horseman?
One episode.
Okay, it's about a suicidal depressive.
We're never watching this again.
It's very, very, very funny.
Yeah, okay.
But it's also insanely dark.
Not for a kid.
No.
Yes, okay.
Okay, let's just touch back on what we just talked
Yeah.
about, Travis. So who were the 2 artists we were talking about?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Billie Eilish, who I know.
Yep. And then
the one that Serena Carpenter.
Yep.
So who?
Sabrina. And she was on High School Musical, the musical series with Olivia Rodrigo, and they have beef, which might have been solved.
Oh.
Is that part of the group chat too?
Serena plays tennis.
No, I
Sabrina
know, I know Serena Williams. It's the Carpenter that keeps throwing me
Wait,
off.
DeMarco, one more thing before we move on from this. Is the Olivia Sabrina makeup in the chat at all?
No, that has not come up in the chat.
Because Olivia wrote the song Driver's License about a relationship that then Sabrina was the other woman.
Ooh,
and
scandalous.
was kind of like, and then Sabrina wrote a song, it's like Just Because I Liked a Boy, that everyone was hating her, sending her death threats because she had started dating somebody else. And so, but now I think that they've made up. They chatted at the Grammys. So I hope that, the pop girl world is at
Not
peace.
there. There's one little boy at the end of it. His name is, I'll just say it, it's Christian.
Okay.
He always signs off with Rams suck.
Who does that?
The little boy
in the chat. In the chat. I thought we were still in the music.
Him.
Yeah.
It's fourth grade chat. Yeah. His
Suck
mother always picks him up. I'm like, I am waiting for your father.
I almost said something right there that I would have regretted, but I didn't.
Leave it alone.
This is where my adult brain kicked in and said, hey, what? Nope, don't say that.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Suck should be a bad word for fourth graders, right?
Stinks is better.
Fair enough.
Stinks is
Fair
better.
enough. But he's doing it because, okay. Anyway, but go ahead.
Lame. It is Super Week on 710, and thanks to our friends at Islands for helping make sure we have super squares. Listen for your cute call. Be caller 7 or 10, and you win 2 squares on the Islands Super Board to be randomly selected by us. And on Sunday, you can win fabulous gift cards from Islands. Brought to you by Islands Restaurant. Time to visit paradise.
Saquon is going to rush for 200.
You think?
He's going to rush for 200.
I would love to know what the prop on that is.
Yeah.
That would be, I bet you get pretty good odds on that.
He's going to rush for 200. Watch. He's going to have at least one breakaway.
Okay, so
at least one breakaway.
Like you're talking 40 plus?
70 plus.
70
at least
plus.
one breakaway. Spags is going to bring the house. He is. He's going to bring the house on 1st and 10 especially. Saquon's going to make somebody miss and get out. At least once in that game.
Oh, gosh. A 70-yard run is a long run.
But it's not shocking for him.
No, it's not. I guess that's fair.
That's what he does. It's what they do. Yeah, that will be their big play.
Because I see, now you're making me do things I hate to do.
The longest run in Super Bowl history?
No. I don't like to gamble. It's just not my jam. But I bet that would pay big if you could gamble on Saquon scoring a 70-plus yard touchdown.
Like I would say Mahomes probably wins this game with less than 300. Less than 250.
Yeah, well, they haven't been he hasn't been lighting it up. That has not been his MO so far this season.
They're not a blow-you-out football team.
No.
Okay, so like
if
you wanted to do this, I'm looking at ESPN Bet right now. So if you wanted to do the player to record the longest rush, Saquon is minus 325.
Yeah.
And so there's that.
That's a bad bet.
Yeah. But like the total number of yards for Saquon, about the best, like what they believe is the most likely based off the odds is around 120 yards for Saquon is what the most likely. But they have up to 200 or 200 plus.
Yeah.
You want to bet that?
What's the number?
Plus 1,800.
Yeah, that's a big number.
Whatever it is for Kareem Hunt, take the under.
Yeah.
Take the under. Kansas City's having issues along the O-line. They got to figure out where to put Tooney.
They have Kareem Hunt, like the most likely to happen is around like 75 yards.
Take the under. Yeah, that's the
under
number
75.
That's the number one defense. That's number one. Number two, I don't think they have an answer for Jalen Carter, especially if they put Tooney at the tackle.
Does anybody?
Well, especially if they put Tooney and put him out at tackle.
Yeah.
There's no one in the middle, so there will be no running. There'll be absolutely no running by the Chiefs.
We gonna get a good game? And I know that's a stupid question, but sometimes it could. By good game, I don't mean close. I mean exciting.
Very. I think this is going to be one of those where you can't really eat your food. It's going to be living and dying on every single play until it's over.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think
that won't prevent me from
either
eating my
one
food.
of these teams aren't going to pull away.
Yeah.
It's going to be close until the very end.
No, I'm eating.
You're gonna.
That's it. If anything, it's gonna make me eat faster.
Really?
Because it's exciting, and I'm trending towards appetite again.
Yeah.
Like I even made a dinner plan. I'm going to see an old friend on Saturday.
Nice.
So that's exciting, and we're going to go do that. And I'm hoping by Sunday that I'm ready to go because I'm gonna need to eat Super Bowl stuff on Sunday.
Of course, you're gonna. That's why I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
The biggest eating day of the year
it's
is
a good
upon
one.
us.
Wings, chili.
Yes.
What else do I need in there? Just everything.
What do you
basically.
say no
Buffalo
to? Buffalo
chicken dip.
That is so good, and I
love it.
I do too.
Buffalo chicken dip.
It's cream cheese, shredded chicken, cheddar cheese, buffalo sauce. It's basically like a chicken wing that's been dropped in cream cheese.
Right, you've
and
had
shredded.
buffalo chicken dip, right?
I don't think I ever have.
Really?
No.
Neither
I've had
Jorge.
buffalo chicken wings. I like the.
I would be
in a dip.
Yeah.
So I dip chips into it. It's got chicken in there?
It's got shredded chicken in it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And also, like,
delicious.
you can feel your heart clogging as you eat it.
Oh, love it.
But it's so good.
It's phenomenal.
But you eat it with celery, and then you feel
Oh,
healthy.
you can eat it with, you know what else you can eat it with? Fritos.
No, wait a minute. Cream cheese, chicken, and buffaloes, and with celery? No.
And cheddar cheese.
I need chips or
Yeah,
something.
you need Fritos.
Thank you.
Fri-
Or dip a chicken wing in there.
Yeah.
See?
You're an innovator, DeMarco, is what
There
you
you
are.
go.
You're
Come
an
on.
innovator guy.
There you go.
See, the best dip delivery mechanism on Super Bowl Sunday are the Fritos scoops.
Oh, the big ones.
The big, because they're thick and they don't break. You can get a
Yes.
good hearty pull of whatever it is you're doing
You
with.
can hold your beer and
I'm
eat at the same
officially
time.
back because this all sounds amazing to me. There
you go.
I haven't eaten anything good in a week.
Pulled
This
pork
sounds
sliders on anybody?
Sure, but that's a lot of work for like a slider.
To make or to eat?
To make.
Okay, to make. Long as somebody else is making them, I'm good.
If there's a platter of pulled pork
I'm there.
stuff, I'm
Right.
going to eat it.
I love pulled pork sliders, like making it, and it's
Yeah.
very simple. You just you just put it in the crock pot for like a couple hours.
I get it.
And then you take it out, you
But you
shred
got to
it.
go get the butt, and you got to go do. I don't know. It's just, and every time it's always better if you make it yourself as
Yeah.
opposed to buy it. And so I
Put
want
the pork butt in the Waymo and have it delivered. does that happen yet? No? That's
Okay,
well, that's just Uber Eats. I know, but there's an actual person because Waymo can't take the pork butt out of the back
I'll
seat
get
and
it
put it
out.
on your.
Just pull it
just
over.
honk when it
Yeah.
gets in front of your
I'll
house.
get there, yes.
Okay, here's a question that I had. I was talking to my friends about this. Would you, as parents, say for some reason somebody couldn't be picked up, and you had to get your kid home?
Mm-hmm.
Would you put your kid in a Waymo?
No.
How old's
No,
my kid?
No.
Your kid is 13.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be more comfortable putting a kid in a Waymo than I would in an Uber at 13.
Okay, the human element.
Yep.
I got you. Okay,
Yep.
but it's driverless.
I understand that, but if you're asking me a random person,
Like I had to do this? This is like
yeah,
we
only
had
way your
to
kid
do
can
this.
get home, like you and your wife are at the hospital.
There's
your
no
kid
way
has
around
to get
it.
somewhere.
A Waymo or an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see your point. I am. I'm starting to see your point. Maybe the Waymo. Yeah. It's a computer.
I'm calling everybody in my phone as that I know. First of all, hey,
Yeah.
can you please go pick up X? But
Right.
yeah.
Even people
I was just
don't
thinking
like.
about it, like being in kids' pickups lines. So I was like, I wonder if parents eventually will just like get to Waymo.
Well, even people you don't like, aren't monsters.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't like you.
Right.
I trust you. I just
Right.
don't like you right now.
Like,
yeah.
Emily, there may be a situation at some
Ooh,
point
that's a
where I say,
hard
Em,
one.
I know you live 70 miles away, but I need you to come down and drive my kid 3 blocks.
Sure.
Yeah, like that would be more.
I would make that
But
call
pay me for
first.
some drive time, and then we'll see. About
Done, but I'd get.
I would make that call first. Yes.
Absolutely. All right, we'll get to that Rams conversation we did not get to. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, D4 here. You can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Don't get stuck in traffic. Get out of traffic. Go have some fun. You can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour. Did you know that? Less than an hour. Pechanga gives all guests like you and me the amenities they expect of a world-class resort. Exceptional entertainment. Lots of fun stuff going on in there. Shows. What do you call that? Stand-up comedians, all that stuff. Dining, spa, golf. Let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. The casino floor is massive. It's beautiful in there. 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. They've got you covered. The spa, the golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, and so much more. Make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Las Vegas. That is a big deal, the best casino outside of Vegas. So whether your idea of entertainment is lounging poolside or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga has you covered. They're waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA, to book a reservation. Or for more info, you can also follow them on Instagram at Pechanga Casino for up-to-the-minute news and information, and hit one of those bars.
With the devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Choosing the right candidates for any office can be difficult.
My office has lots of drama.
My office has its ups and downs.
I share my office. But no matter what kind of office you have, one thing's for certain. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the most qualified candidates for your roles fast, and you can invite your top choices to apply. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So, for any kind of office.
I'm really going places in my office.
My office has everything you could ever want.
Count on ZipRecruiter to find the right candidates for it. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First in Maine, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Since I survived, I realized.
Please, Travis, you know who this is, right?
I don't know if he does.
Please, Travis, you know who this is. That's immediate.
I do not love this song.
Love it. Was this in the movie?
No.
Okay, because it should have been.
In Joker 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
It should have been. Yeah.
Does that give any hint about who's the other singer?
I'm trying to help him.
I got 2 guesses, and I'm afraid of getting accused of racial profiling if I get it wrong.
Who?
Okay.
John Legend?
Nope.
Bruno Mars?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And then the lady is Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady?
Lady?
Tell me this wouldn't have worked for Joker 2. Die with a smile.
It would have worked with for Joker 2. I just, I don't know. I just think the song doesn't have that much to it.
Oh, I like this song.
Meh.
Fairly certain
I think
that's
it's
the first
forgettable.
time I've ever heard
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah.
I Mojo, Maurice Jones-Drew, I turned him on to the Joker 2. And I told him he's not going to like it.
The musical one.
The
I don't
musical.
think anybody
I told him
it.
he was going to hate it. He loved the first one like everybody did. You're going to hate this one. No, I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. He's been texting me this was crap. This is terrible. The ending, I can't believe it. All that stuff. Yeah.
You know what's a great song? Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. They premiered it during the Grammys.
Yeah.
It's like old, like 2008 Gaga. Like I'm
Not that,
here for it.
Not that
You can come in with it next
Steve
segment.
Miller Band.
Abra.
Right when she said it, I'm like, why is Emily talking
Not
about a
that
Steve Miller song from 1982?
Also, Steve Miller Band was a part of trivia last night.
Was it really?
Yeah, and I was like, who's this band? I can't tell. And then
Was it Jet Airliner?
Yes, I think it was.
Of course it was.
Yes.
Or what's the other one? The Take the Money and Run.
Take the money and run.
Those are the 2.
I think it was in some sort of round where like it's all like runaway people.
Okay.
Okay.
Then it was Take the Money and Run.
Yeah, probably.
There it is.
NBA trade deadline today. Ramona's got her Diane Sawyer going on
Hey,
ESPN right
she
now.
is.
Dave McMenamin, Malik Andrews, Brian Windhorst talking about what's going on. They're talking about the Lakers right now. And look, the Lakers won the trade deadline. Whatever happens between now and an hour and a half from now, they won the trade deadline. They won the trade deadline next year. They won the trade deadline the year after that.
They hijacked sports. They hijacked the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
That's what I'm saying.
They did all of that.
Thank you, Dallas Mavericks. Unbelievable.
And then they made another deal yesterday. They get Mark Williams for a first-round pick.
Your
Dalton
friend Mark
Knecht.
Williams?
No, not. I have
6.
2 friends named Mark Williams.
Yes.
Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, first rounder, and a pick swap.
Wow.
So okay, roughly, and yes, I'm aware that Anthony Davis is a better player than Dalton Connect. I understand that, but
why is that even a question?
Well, he's not the same place.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay.
It's shocking to me that the Lakers got Luka Doncic for as little as they did.
Yes.
And that they reset their timeline. The Laker timeline, Greg was giving me a hard time this morning, corporate Greg was giving me a hard time this morning. He goes, I've never seen you this happy about the Lakers.
Yes.
And my answer was simple. The Lakers are no longer stuck. They have a present and a future.
Yeah.
And the future is not entirely tied to the fortunes of a 40-year-old. Now, I get it. The 40-year-old's an amazing, great, legendary, generational talent. But he's 40. Okay?
Yeah.
So the idea of, well, you got to do it today. And everything was done with today. Never mind tomorrow. It was done today. Now the Lakers can make decisions that are based on today, tomorrow, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, because they have Luka on the team.
It's
and
fun.
I don't know how you don't get excited about that.
There's hope. You see the horizon. You see the sunlight. You've been underwater for so long.
Yes.
I'm with you. The other part is I love his game. Luka's game.
Yeah.
I do. I think his game is transcendent. I think it's very modern. So if they would have made a trade for, like you said, Anthony Edwards,
okay.
Would you be?
No.
He's 25 years old.
Anthony Edwards, and I'm going to try to put this as simply as I can. Anthony Edwards is an all-star.
Yeah.
And a high-level all-star. Okay, he's terrific. He's not generational. He's not.
Right, but
Luka Doncic
But resetting
is.
the timeline. I mean, we're excited about the timeline, but I'm more excited about his talent and what he does.
Yes. If they got Anthony Edwards, I would be incredibly excited. But Ja comes with a totally separate set of issues like, is he going to be cool? You know what I mean? Like you never quite because he's had some stuff.
But a young generational talent. If they reset the timeline, if it wasn't Luka, but they reset the timeline, you'd be excited.
The only other person that would have made you go, no blanking way.
Jokic?
No,
Who?
Jokic would be in it, but not because Jokic is closing in on 30.
Yeah,
Wemby. That's it.
Oh God, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
he's the only other one.
Yeah, no doubt.
That he's the only. This guy, he's not Wemby because he's 5 years older than Wemby is, or whatever the exact number is.
Yeah,
but he's second. He's 25. This isn't like if he were 28, this is amazing.
Right.
He's 25. He's been all NBA, first team all NBA 5 times.
Can I put you on the spot?
Sure.
If you had a choice between Wemby and Luka, you take
it. Wemby and
like if both cold, you had Nico on one line and Pop on the Pop ain't sending anybody to the Lakers.
Here's why.
Yeah.
Wemby's 5 years younger than Luka.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's just an incredible amount of growth that could still happen.
Yeah, I'd take the 7'5" guy.
Yeah,
I would.
It's just he is a 1 in a billion.
But I wouldn't
guy.
mind picking second. It's just what he can do and his style of play. I love. It's very flashy. It's very effective.
It's fun.
And it gets other people involved.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And people, I think the question about will people want to come and play with him? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because LeBron.
I'd make a beeline here.
For LeBron's greatness, LeBron's always kind of had the metaphorical gun to the organization's head, like, or else, dude, you better do it.
Yeah.
And with Luka, once they get him signed I really don't think that's going to be a problem. That you're going to know
I
he's
would never say
here.
no to playing with LeBron. I mean, you're in the inner circle. You're playing with royalty, but that's a whole different thing. But if you're out for just championships in the long run, like you have a chance to build a dynasty and you can rebound. You're a 3-and-D. I'd be a beeline. I want to go play with Luka.
Wildly competitive.
Yes.
He's box office.
Yes.
He's clutch. Like that Dallas Mavericks team last year
clutch.
was clutch with a C.
Right.
Yeah, he's not clutch with a
Thank
K.
God he's not clutch.
He's clutch with a C.
Right.
Yeah. But Luka took kind of a really kind of mid Dallas team to the conference finals a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He took a good but far from great team to the finals last year. He was the best player on that team. He played more than anybody else in the postseason last year. Played 40 minutes a game, averaged 30 points a game.
On one leg.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like this idea that, dude, I get it. Is he a little doughy? Yeah, okay. He scores 30 a game.
Yeah.
Okay. So
he's about as doughy as Jokic, except Jokic doesn't show it in his face.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
Jokic is 7 feet tall,
and he's taller. But
yeah.
I mean, same thing. It's just we're having fun with Luka. It's not like he's really fat.
I don't need him to look like LeBron James.
Yeah, he's not Oliver Miller.
No, he's not Oliver Miller. But he's also not a guy you look at and go, that guy's in unbelievable physical condition.
Not yet.
He's not that.
Not yet. Yeah.
But
I think that's coming.
I will take the risk of maybe it never happens. If this is as good as he gets, okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. That you can't say that very often about a guy.
I'm expecting him to get better.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. But DeMarco, he's the third leading scorer per game in NBA history.
But better could be less injured.
I'm not saying that you don't even ask him for more.
Yeah.
I think you ask him for more. I think you hope to get more. But if this is what you get moving forward for the next 8 or 9 or 10 years,
I'm really happy.
You're ecstatic.
And tell me, if you're LeBron, isn't this what you wanted at some point?
So.
No, at some point.
I think so.
When I'm at this age, I want somebody else to carry the load, and I can just be the best role player of all time and pick my spots.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
You should be happy about this.
It is the perfect spot for him because he's gotten moved to the side without being disrespected.
Yes.
He has been put into the second chair.
You've done this very respectfully. Yes.
You couldn't really do it any better.
Yes.
That this is no longer about, you are vitally important to what we're going to do. We want you to stay here. You are going to be essential to our success, but you're second. And this is how it's going to be. Without actually saying it. It's just understood.
If you get all salty about this, then you might be a jerk.
Yeah.
Because this is the natural order of things, and he's really good.
And I don't know what's going to happen between now and the end of the playoffs, but I think just about everything's on the table all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now, they could run into Denver in the first round and be out, and I don't think anybody would be knock me over with a feather stunned.
Yeah.
They could also go to the finals, and I don't think anybody would be knock me over with a feather stunned.
I wouldn't be stunned at all.
Neither would I. So I think everything's in play.
Yes.
Let's say it works. Let's say they go to the finals, or let's just say
it works and they go to the finals.
Let's say they win.
They win.
Now all of a sudden LeBron has another chip. LeBron is now on a team that has the most untapped future that we've talked about in a long time. So he's not just this isn't Gary Payton and Karl Malone trying to grab one at the end.
No.
He's still on the team, incredibly important. And now
LeBron.
I can just kind of ride shotgun on this for another 2 or 3 years.
I would say if you win a chip, ride out.
Why?
Because
what if this is the beginning of another golden age of Laker basketball? What if they win?
Returns.
Not yet.
They're going to keep building around
It's
you.
going to get easier for him.
You're going to be even more obsolete.
No,
as you move forward.
No, not. He's still terrific. He's not.
Yes.
He's not holding on with. He's not white knuckling this thing. He's still one of the best players in the league.
100%. 100%.
So if I can go over here and be essential without having to redline it every night. And this is what he's looking at, redlining it.
I would be surprised if he did that. First you got to win the chip.
Yep. Yes.
First you got to win the chip.
What if they get really close?
Luka's the MVP.
What if they get really close and all of a sudden, he's like, I can go have another 3 or 4 years and maybe get a chance to win one or two more of these things?
Luka's out in front, getting the trophy, talking to the commish. And LeBron is in the scrum with the rest of the guys?
No, he's not in the scrum. He's standing right next to him. He's not in the scrum.
Oh, okay.
He's standing right next to him. He's not. I'm trying to. I don't want to be too disrespectful.
Yeah.
He's not Coloco. Okay. He's not. He's not just on the team.
Okay. So what if
he's the team?
Luka's MVP. Let's just have some fun with it.
Sure.
Mark Williams has the series of his life.
Okay.
And is the co-MVP. So they want to talk to Luka.
Now you're just making up crazy stuff.
Well, we're making up chips. Why not? Let's just play. And everyone else, and LeBron is a role player. Chips in 12. 12 good points.
Okay.
Plays good D.
Okay.
But 12 points.
Yeah.
LeBron's in the scrum with the rest of the guys.
Never. LeBron will never be in the scrum.
He'll be in the scrum.
No, never.
Why are we talking to a guy that scored 12 points?
Because he's LeBron James.
Luka scored 42. No. Mark Williams had 42 rebounds.
Here's how it goes.
Yeah.
You talk to Luka first, the trade, the vindication, the this, the that. LeBron, come on in here. Let's talk to you next. That's how it goes.
Really?
LeBron will be second in perpetuity.
Really?
Yes.
With 12 points?
Yes. He's LeBron James, for God's sake.
What if the guy he was guarding dropped 30 on his head?
I don't think JJ would let that happen. I think we
Swift's
nip
getting
that
on
in
the
bud.
podium, and LeBron's not being talked to. Watch.
Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. If that's the case, she should call Joe. And say, Joe, I'm being disrespected.
That's right.
Who do we go get? I'm being disrespected. But I saw 2 this morning.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
It's wet, it's slippery, and accidents are happening, even when it's not wet and slippery. But if you get involved in an accident, if you get hurt in an accident, you got to call our friend Joseph S. Normand.
Accidents are devastating, especially, when you're out in the road and you don't know what your options are. Make sure you have a good team behind you. Make sure you have Joe behind you. Look, and remember this, if anything, insurance companies, they record everything you say, and anything you say can be used against you at any time through the process. So make sure you call Joe first to understand your options.
And Joe's going to make sure you do all the things that you need to do. So what DeMarco just said doesn't happen. They said, well, you didn't say you were hurt the day after.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to make sure that you're checking all of these boxes, and Joe can make sure that you check them correctly. So you're entitled to get what you're entitled to get. And this is what he makes sure that the insurance company does not take advantage of.
Get your pencil and pen out or your phone. 213-747-2000. Write this down. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. If you have a question, you've been hit in the head by something fell on your foot.
Yep, happens a lot.
Or if you fall in a store like Travis.
That doesn't happen as much.
Call Joe right now.
213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com.
Somehow, some way, the superstars end up in Los Angeles.
You don't come here for nothing else than championship, so I have everything left to prove, so the goal is to win the championship.
Welcome home, Luka.
Back to Luka. Luka, step back, another three. Hit it again. And Luka has swished 2 threes.
What does this mean for the Lakers' chances at another chip? I guess it's time to find out.
Luka still dribbling, wide open for 3. Good.
It's a gift. We're talking about a 25-year-old that is top 3 player in the universe.
I get to play in the greatest club in the world, and I'm excited for this new journey.
I can't think of a more amazing starting point to build a roster for the next decade, and I know he has the drive to win that we have here. Our fans are going to see that every night on the court.
This is the home of the Lakers and the new home of Luka. 710 ESPN.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-848-1331. That's 800-848-1331.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Howdy, howdy.
So one of my friends, he, I would say, took a little bit of a risk with a look.
Oh.
You know, he was just like, I'm going to change something. And he took a bit of a risk. And we're like, okay. Good job, buddy. Are you okay? Well, not only did he change his hair, but he also did one of those eyebrow slit things.
Oh, he shaved it?
Yeah, and it's just like, it doesn't really fit his personality.
How old of a person is this?
He's 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
Try
So
something new.
my statement, though, is you have ever taken a risk with your look.
Oh,
like,
God,
hey,
yes.
let me try this on for size. I want to try this kind of Travis or DeMarco on. Travis, Factor Cap.
I'm going to have to open it up to the crew here to tell me whether this is a risk or not. The only weird thing I have ever done to my appearance, and I don't think it's that weird, is I've shaved my head a couple of times.
That's not weird.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
But I think it's a bit of a
Wait,
risk.
before, like you had a full head of hair and you just went bald.
Yeah, I was a freshman in college. I did it, and I did it once as an adult.
That could be striking.
I think it's a risk. Yeah. I would qualify.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I did a mohawk or shaved half of it. I literally just got the clippers out and took it down.
Just because?
Because I'm going bald.
Yeah.
I like to not have it or have it like short to the point where there's like almost stubble.
Yeah.
Susan hates it, so I don't do it.
Yeah.
But
down to a 1.
Like to nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Just,
yeah. Okay.
DeMarco.
Oh, fact, definitely a lot. The last thing I tried was I did the earring thing.
Oh yeah, you don't strike me as an earring guy.
As soon as I moved to LA, I put an earring.
Was
in.
that as a player era DeMarco or
no?
post
This
player?
is post player.
Okay.
This is Nelly video DeMarco. This is this is the bad one. Yeah, the one that doesn't exist anymore. So earring. There's an entire. This is 1987. My brother's
High
senior
school.
year. There is no pictures of me at all. My mother wouldn't allow it. I had a blonde mohawk. Yeah, long blonde mohawk and like these red contacts.
Like spiked up?
Well, as much as you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Mr. T type, but just dyed blonde.
How thick was it?
About 2 or 3 inches.
And the red contacts? That is a risk.
And a dog collar.
Shut up.
I kid you not. And what? I was on the dean's list. I just made all conference.
I
You couldn't
didn't
tell me
assume.
nothing. Yes.
I did not assume. I'm just saying, wow.
Bermuda shorts, a Letterman jacket, no shirt, and Birkenstocks.
What's going on in your life at that
Every
point? Like
day.
it's, with the benefit of 30 years of hindsight.
You know what it was? It's my brother's senior year. He was Mr. Everything.
Oh, you were feeling unseen.
I was exactly.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
doing the other thing.
I
But
got
yes,
it.
I did a
Yeah.
lot. Yes.
All right, Laura, have you?
Yeah, fact. I used to have, so I have curly hair, but I used to have really long hair all the way like to my waist.
Oh, wow.
And then I ended up breaking up with somebody, and I was like, oh, I want a new look, right? Everybody does the post-breakup thing. And my lady was like, do not cut your hair. Like, just don't do it. And I was like, I want it. She's like, you freak out if I cut an inch. I grabbed the scissors, and I just chopped off my hair. Like, literally to, like, shoulder length. Like,
So you took 8-10 inches off?
yeah, I took everything off, and it has not grown out.
And especially
like
with curly hair, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah.
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 It has not grown
Did you
out.
give it away?
like that. No, because a lot of it was damaged and treated and stuff. But that's probably one of the biggest things that I've.
You did it for a breakup?
Well, I just wanted something new, like
freshen up. Okay.
Fresh start, reset button.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it has never grown out.
That was the earring.
What about you, Em?
Nose piercing I got in college.
That'll do it. Did you
and
go
then-
like
Wait,
the
on
bull
the
ring
side
or
or the
like the
bull?
little
Side.
stud?
Just stud.
Oh, okay.
I thought you went like
septum.
bull ring.
Septum is this.
Do you consider that like a risk?
For Emily, because I'm very buttoned up and not that. For
That's
Emily,
a good
it is.
question,
Yes.
but for some
makes
people,
sense.
it's like, yeah, whatever. And for but Em getting to know you, I would have been surprised to have known you with that.
I was right as I got into college after like the first football game, and then also.
What did Rob and Carrie think about it?
They were fine.
Okay.
Relatively, like they knew it would grow out.
Did you tell them before?
I don't remember when I
did you
told
spring it
them,
on 'em?
but they were they did not freak out.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they would have freaked out with a tattoo. I think it's because they knew the impermanence of this.
Yeah.
And you can't tell anymore because I had to take it out for a job. So anyway,
I got this tat at 18.
Yeah.
Mom didn't find out until I was 33.
Wow.
Yeah, I get that.
Yes.
I get that.
Today is National Optimism Day, so my statement is very simple. You consider yourself an optimist. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
Oh, fact. Yes, always. Don't you? Yes.
Do I consider you an optimist?
Yes.
100%.
Don't you always look on the brighter side of life?
Do you know him?
Yes. Don't you always look at the brighter side of
It's your
life?
turn. You answer
For
your
the
question.
most part, yes. Fact. Yes. Yes. Come
All
on.
right, Travis, do you consider yourself an optimist?
I'm going to surprise you with my answer. I believe that I am with everything that has nothing to do with the teams that I root for. I believe generally that things will turn out for the better.
And I think in the course of the 3 years that I've known you, I think you have become more optimistic.
Yeah. Yes. I believe that good will win more often than not. I believe that the right thing will happen more often than not. When it comes to the teams that I root for, I'm
different.
Chicken Little, man.
Yeah.
I think everything bad is going to happen. But in general, yes, I'm
Positive.
optimistic.
Yes.
Laura, do you consider yourself an optimist?
I do. I actually do. I mean, everybody has their little moments, but for the most part, I feel like I see rainbows and sunshine.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think part of it too is if you've been very fortunate and lucky, it's hard to be pessimistic all the time. And I have been very fortunate, very lucky in a million different ways, and it's literally through nothing I've done. It's just good luck.
Yeah.
And you just
It's like people. I'm always shocked when people aren't good people.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
That I'm not. I am not that.
Really?
No.
I'm always surprised by that.
I'm more on that with Travis. It's like I kind of assume until proven wrong that people will
I go
treat you
in
poorly.
neutral. I don't assume you're good. I don't assume you're bad. But I also don't assume that you're good. I'm going to have to learn about you before I determine whether you're on this side or that side.
Okay. You know what? I get a lot awkward situations, right? I'm in a room with some people. A guy comes up.
Yep.
Oh, my God, I hate that dude. And I'm like, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'll give it my own chance.
Yeah.
Now, it may turn out you were right. That guy's a pain in the ass. But
It's all right to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last one, I'm going to play some sound for it, and I'm going to give you my statement, and maybe we can talk about it on the other side. But this is John Birdie, and he was on a baseball podcast, and he was asked about his feelings about, after their loss, he's a Yankee, after their loss in the World Series, his feelings around what the Dodgers said about the Yankees. This is John Birdie.
I don't know if I've ever really heard a World Series winning team kind of talk as badly as they did about the World Series losing team. It was almost like it felt like we were being disrespected, and to the point of I don't know, where we didn't even belong to be in the World Series. It's like we won a lot of games last year. We won our division. We went up and took care of Kansas City, took care of Cleveland. And so we deserved to be there. And unfortunately, we ran into a team that played better than us in a 7-game series, and they deserved to win. So I guess they can say whatever they want at this point.
Hold on.
So-
let me turn the mic off.
My statement is the Dodgers post-win has been in bad taste. And we can do the other side. What you guys think?
There's a lot in what John Birdie had to say. A lot. A lot. And we're going to come back and we'll talk about it next because John Birdie had a lot to say, and so do I. It's coming up. Factor Cap is brought to you by, of course, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team. I am. Look, I'm very optimistic that I think that John Birdie said some stuff. Family always comes first with Joe. You know that. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You can go online at normandlegal.com to get in touch, but I'd suggest you give him a call. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. We'll break down the Are the Dodgers Bad Winners coming up next, but not before you call 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-3776. And you got your chance at Islands Super Squares. Lucky winners get an Islands gift cards. $100 for the first quarter, $150 for the second, $100 for the third, $250 for the final score. And who's got the coldest beer in town? Of course, our favorite friends, Islands Restaurants, with their frosty mugs of beer paired with the best burgers and fries. It is time to visit paradise. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Here's my kind of overarching thoughts from watching Luka, from talking to Luka. He's still processing this situation. Now, don't get it twisted, okay? I think once he hits the floor, it is on. Like, whatever he's processing, that's not going to affect him on the floor. Like, he's a killer. But it seemed fairly obvious if you watched or you listened, or certainly when you were there, that he was stunned by this. And when Brad Townsend, the Dallas reporter, asked him straight up, like, hey, you know, there's this sense that you would have left. Would you have signed the Supermax? And he's like, yeah, my intention was not to leave. I still think, and understandably so, is still dealing with the processing part of, man, this is crazy.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
With the devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Less $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port-in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You know, am I wrong?
About?
I would love to have Zion Williamson. I would love to have Zion.
Well, I put it this way. He's not an automatic no to me.
Yeah.
It's a what do you want for him? I'm not paying you a premium
I'm buying
for him.
low.
Yeah.
But,
I am interested if you're going to give me a significant discount.
Yeah.
I am not giving you premium prices for that guy.
What do you think Zion does well? Like what are his, besides eating and the other stuff on the floor, on the court? Yeah. What are his strengths?
He's incredibly explosive.
Yes.
He's fast.
Yes. He's big.
And he's big, and he's aggressive.
In a role-playing situation, I would love to have that guy.
Yeah, no, look, he's a talented individual.
Yes.
But we were talking about Mark Williams, the guy that the Lakers got, and he's played in 40% of the games since he's been in the league.
Yeah, is that 40%?
Yeah.
It's lower, isn't it? 200?
He's played in 40% of the available games.
39.6, but
39.6,
let's just round
okay.
up to 40.
He's played. I don't know what Zion's percentage is,
Yeah.
but I'm assuming it's far lower than that.
Yeah.
Zion has very obviously announced to the world that fitness is not a priority for him.
Yeah.
He's hurt all the time.
All the time.
But the talent would always make you take a shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mark Williams is ceiling versus Zion's. I would take Zion.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to have that guy. And that would be a great reclamation project. Come out here and get yourself right.
And I really think that's the only way that it happens for a guy like Zion is if he goes somewhere else. Is he's got to, first of all, New Orleans might have been the very worst place for him to end up.
It was the worst place for him to go.
So he needs to go somewhere else. He probably needs to go somewhere where there is a strong veteran presence that would be able to connect with him.
Yeah.
And not in a, hey, you lazy bum, get yourself in shape, but in a, hey man, let me help you.
Yes.
And
come here. Yes.
Yeah, let's I don't want to say live
right.
But let me show you, I've been through this, and be able to connect to him in kind of an older brother kind of way.
Big time.
And shepherd him through some of that stuff.
He's one of them dudes when he dunks, I feel bad for the rim. I love those type guys.
I think that the Zion Williamson story ends with it being...
Oh, God. He'll never play his way out of this. No, not where he's... Okay, so Yankees...
I'm going to play it again for you.
Yankees are feeling bad.
This is John Birdie, who's an infielder for the Yankees, talking about he thinks that the Dodgers basically were bad sports about how they handled themselves post-World Series.
I don't know if I've ever really heard a World Series winning team kind of talk as badly as they did about the World Series losing team. It was almost like it felt like we were being disrespected, and to the point of like, I don't know, where we didn't even belong to be in the World Series. It's like we won a lot of games last year. We won our division. We went up and took care of Kansas City, took care of Cleveland. And so like we deserved to be there. And unfortunately, we ran into a team that played better than us in a 7-game series, and they deserved to win. So I guess they can say whatever they want at this point.
Yeah, we can.
They can, and they did.
Yeah. Wait, no, remember, didn't the guys almost take Mookie Betts' hand off in New York?
Well, the players didn't do that. The fans did.
But I'm just saying, maybe they're not taking shots at the team.
Yes, that happened.
Maybe they're taking shots at New York.
No, they took shots at the team.
Okay, I'm trying to help this guy. But go ahead.
No. So here's what's up.
Yeah.
They did talk badly about the Yankees. It was disrespectful. And had they done that to anybody not named the Yankees, the Dodgers would have gotten a ton of heat for being disrespectful.
They'd be the bad guys.
For being, ogres, for being bad winners, for being ugly winners, for being the guys that, because you really don't hear what the Dodgers said very often. Keep in mind, and I know Joe Kelly said some of this. I think Mookie had said some of this.
What did they say that was so bad about
basically
the Yankees players?
What they said was, they were openly clowning him for that 5th inning in Game 5, the decisive 5th inning. And they said, we knew they run the bases poorly. We knew they're bad defensive. We knew that all we had to do was just play, and they would give us opportunities, right?
That's trash talk?
Kind of, because you just don't hear it like that. What typically would be said would be, look, we knew if we went out and played our best that we were going to win the game. We knew that if they gave us a crack, we'd run through it, things like that. But basically they were saying the Yankees were bad defensively, and it wasn't insinuated. They said it.
That
the
was
Yankees,
like a glimpse into strategy,
but they don't say it like that. Like this would be the equivalent is if Patrick Mahomes came out after the game and said, that guy by name, that guy right there is a lousy cornerback, and we knew we could just tear him to pieces.
They didn't mention a name. They said the Yankees.
But they talked about bad base running, which they screwed up. Like they talked about bad defense, which is Aaron Judge, which is Volpe.
If Saquon goes off and he says, well, we knew that the Chiefs couldn't stop the run. That's not a knock. That's the truth. So
what the Dodgers said is not false.
Yeah.
But it's also something that is atypical.
Okay,
you just
might be
don't
a
hear
sensitive
it
over there in New York.
And I think it is.
Yeah.
But the biggest takeaway for me is that, dude, you're the Yankees. No one is ever going to feel sorry for you.
Absolutely not. You
Not
watch
in a
Indiana
million
Jones
years,
movies, right?
Yeah.
His biggest enemy.
The
no
Nazis.
one cares how they die, right?
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
You're the bad guys, right? The Yankees are the bad guys. Yes.
The Dodgers are kind of. They're not the Yankees, and it would take a long time for them to become the Yankees to where literally everyone would hate them the way that people do the Yankees other than their own fans.
Yeah.
But they are the Yankees. No one's going to be like, hey, leave the Yankees alone.
No,
no
you're not
one's ever
going to find any
that.
sympathy at all.
None.
No. That's crazy that you. I didn't think anybody went like above and beyond to make fun of Yankees players. I think they were just making fun of the Yankees. Everything.
They were rubbing salt in a wound.
Yeah.
But no one called out Aaron Judge for dropping it. No one said his name.
Yes, they did.
Who said his name?
Joe Kelly and Mookie both specifically. And again, this was in the immediate aftermath of them winning it, and a couple of days after, and they might have still been flying pretty high.
But we've been talking about it. I don't remember anybody actually pointing to him. Who was the guy that spiked it?
When you said
the little guy. The little infielder that spiked the ball.
Volpe.
Volpe. No one said his name.
Yeah. When you talk about we knew they would have defensive problems, you're talking about Judge, Volpe, and Rizzo. There is no – I'm not talking about them collectively. They lost the World Series because of those three mistakes.
I agree, but that's fair when you talk about how we won.
It's accurate.
Yes,
it's accurate.
When you start putting names on it, now you're getting petty.
But there's
I knew we could run the ball because DeMarco sucks.
Right.
That's talking trash.
But if I said to you, I knew that they would screw it up eventually, and we were just waiting for them to screw it up, as opposed to...
I would say that's fair, because it's true.
But fair and true is not the same as gratuitous. If I'd have said, listen, man, we knew that they might make a mistake, and if they did, we're going to take advantage of it.
Right.
That's different than those guys can't even catch the ball, and we knew that once they blew it, we just hammer them.
Okay, there's a little spice on
There's
it.
a little difference between those two
things. There's a little spice on it, I give you, but I mean, I can't believe the Yankees are actually sensitive.
First of all,
really?
It's John Birdie saying it. This isn't Aaron Judge. This isn't, Garrett Cole.
Right.
This is John Birdie.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get
it's
it.
Not unlike saying, we knew that the Eagles' late game decision making would not be great, and we knew that it would be coming from all the games.
As long as we kept it close, we knew that the Eagles would screw it up.
Yes, and it's on Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, from that perspective,
yeah. As long as we
were, you're talking about Sirianni, right?
They're talking about Aaron Judge and Anthony Volpe,
right?
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
You're basically okay. Fair enough. I get you.
Yeah.
A little bit sensitive on that side, and you did kind of walk the line, the Dodgers, but that's who they are. That's who they became.
They're going to have to get comfortable. I don't want to say wearing the black hat, but at least being accused of wearing the black hat.
But they didn't put on that black hat until after they played the Padres. Then they went all in.
Yeah.
That's when the stuff started.
Well, this is what I'd been saying, or I shouldn't say, this is what I'd been hoping for several years. Just get through it.
Right.
Because once you get unlocked, now you can just play, and you're a lot better than the other teams.
Remember what you used to talk about when Chris was bashing Dave Roberts. This team has no personality.
Yeah.
Then it did. It got one and stayed with it. They went
why?
heel.
That we don't give a
That's why.
They went
Wait, did they go heel or did they go
heel?
With two E's. They went heel and started telling you how they really felt.
I don't think they went heel. I think
they went heel.
Okay. I might be a little close to this, but they're not. Who's unlikable on the like is a bad guy?
Oh no!
Like who's Barry Bonds
bad.
in this? Who's Manny Machado that's spiking people and quitting? Like they don't have that. What they have are the best players that are incredibly well compensated, and they just come out and tear you in half.
Yeah.
They're not Freddie. You can't.
And then they started to tell you that.
That's when it went to a different degree. Yeah, but that didn't happen until Freddie Freeman's not a heel. Mookie Betts isn't a heel. Shohei doesn't say anything.
You're not a heel, but you're in a heel stable. If
yes.
Joe Kelly's speaking for you, you're in a heel stable. Yeah.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
But Mookie's not a bomb chucker.
No.
Freddie is the opposite of that.
Mookie
Shohei
pop
does
off a little bit.
A little bit.
Mookie popped out a little bit. Yeah.
But in a baseball kind of way.
Yeah.
This is not Manny Machado doing what he does, where he's spiking guys and not running hard and purposely draws the ire of other people.
Yeah. This is turning heel versus you are a heel.
Yeah, this is I've won a lot and you don't like me.
And I don't think what you've done, maybe it's because of who you're talking about, because the Yankees, it's the Yankees. I don't think you've angered the baseball gods by being...
I don't think so either.
Being bad winners.
Yeah. If you ground your heel into the Kansas City Royals, it's like, dude, leave them alone.
Yeah, there you do.
Yeah.
Okay. The Yankees.
If you put out your cigarette in the Tampa Bay Rays, not cool, dude.
Right.
Do it in the Yankees, like, yeah, go get them.
Thank you. They've done it a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
And look, that's actually in a weird way a compliment to the Yankees.
Absolutely.
But the Dodgers
I cannot believe I heard a Yankee talking about
the only team that they could have pulled it off, and everybody wanted. Yeah, that's cool.
You are talking that the Dodgers are bad winners.
John Birdie.
Your fan base? Okay.
John Birdie. We are an hour away from the NBA trade deadline. Are the Lakers done? That's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Well, I like what you were wearing too, George. Very
cardigan.
Very Cubano, Mr. Rogers, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a cardigan.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
I'm sorry.
Lakers won the trade deadline 2025, 6, 7, 8, 9 for quite a while, but this one will not officially close for another 55 minutes.
Nice.
Is the official close of the 2024 or 2025, I should say, NBA trade deadline. Lakers made another move yesterday. They get Mark Williams, who is only 23 years old. Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, a pick and a pick swap are headed out the other way. So the Lakers are just wildly different heading into the home stretch, and they might not be done. There's an hour to go in the deadline, but if this is what the Lakers roll into the final part of the season, let's go.
No doubt.
Let's go.
The Cavs just made a deal. Yeah, what's his name again? Georges Niang. I can't. Is it George or Georges?
I thought it was George.
It's George.
And then DeAndre Hunter is going to the Cavaliers.
Yes.
Not Mac.
Mark.
Teaming up with his old teammate from the UVA Cavaliers, Ty Jerome, on the Cavs. So it's going to be two former Who's on the Cavaliers.
How do you spell George?
How do I spell George?
How do you spell George?
George.
Why the S? That's George's.
Is he from another country?
He might be.
This is probably
no, he's from Massachusetts.
Okay,
it's
well.
also, I don't know, take it up with his mother? I don't know.
Spell Niang.
Niang.
Very good. A+. Go ahead.
Here's why I know George Niang.
Yeah.
Because I'm fairly certain, I'm 99% certain.
Yes, it was.
That Michael Thompson, during a Laker broadcast, said that George Niang has Travis Rogers' body.
No way.
I don't know if we still have that in the system somewhere.
Oh, my God. I'm looking at a full body shot.
But,
Travis, this is you, brother. I think your calves might be bigger, but this is all you.
Let me see what you got over there.
6'7", 230 pounds.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Trav body.
I believe Michael said during that he doesn't have dad body, he's got Travis Rogers body.
It's a cylinder.
And it wasn't meant as a compliment.
It's a cylinder all the way up. Yeah. Shoulders, hips, and everything. Hips are the same size. Great. There you go.
So
anyway,
that's why I'm familiar with George.
55 minutes to go, and yes, there's still trades to be made. I would bet the Lakers are done.
Probably.
What else could you make a move for at this point?
Don't make that mistake anymore.
55 minutes for what?
DeMarco?
Yeah.
Let me just a fresh reminder that Luka Doncic is on the Lakers.
Yes.
That's
what I mean. I think you've done enough.
Well, I think they've done enough too. But my point is, every Laker fan that I looked at, like, dude, are you crazy?
I know.
Are you out of? Hey, we're gonna get Giannis. We're gonna get Luka. We're gonna get Wemby. I'm like, stop! Like, stop saying these crazy things. Just because you're the Lakers doesn't mean that things just happen. Guess who's never going to say that again?
You.
Me.
Yes.
Because it just happened. So if all of a sudden the Lakers made a deal in the next 53 minutes, I'm not going to be knocked out of my chair. Who knows?
True.
I don't think they will.
Yes.
But I'm thrilled that I get to enjoy the next couple of months of the regular season. Whatever happens in the play, the Lakers are closer to the 3 than they've been in God knows how long.
By the way, what the
legit
Lakers
close to 3.
Yeah.
What the Lakers could use would be Maxi Kleber and a second-round pick and whatever else.
Or look,
Austin
Reeves, Rui, there are still things that have value to other people, or that have financial value to other organizations. So
you
it's
got
not like
55 minutes to make a deal.
It's not like it's over. It's unlikely.
And apologies, I don't want to derail us from this conversation about Luka, which is great, but I did find the Travis bod from Michael Thompson. So this is Michael Thompson when they were playing the Cavaliers, I believe, talking about Travis.
George Niang driving, and he puts it up and in. Boy, Michael Niang looks like a guy who just got off his couch and started playing pickup.
It's like Travis Rogers out there.
Oh, my God.
Dad bod.
There's Prince.
Don't let Travis say I heard that.
Morrell back to George Niang. Three-pointer.
That's
Good.
trash
Dad
talk.
bod or not.
Said, take that, you idiots.
Is there a date on that?
I can't find a date.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Now that's trash talk right there.
He looks like look, you would think.
It started with he looks like he just got off the couch.
Right. You would think that is used as a compliment. That hey, that looked like if somebody said to me, "Hey, you look like an NBA player," I'd be like, "Wow, cool,
nice."
Which one? The guy that looks like he just got off his couch.
Just got off the couch. He looks like that's a shot. Yes.
So the other this would have been big news had it happened before Luka went to the Lakers. Jimmy Butler is on the Warriors 4-team deal that got done yesterday.
Yeah.
When you saw it, what did you think?
Interesting. Jimmy Butler and Steph?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. More shooters, more fun. That'd be great. Loved it. He made it out of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if that's where he wanted to go. He wanted to go to Phoenix.
Yeah, he wanted out of Miami, I think was priority number 1, which he got.
But I thought his destination where he wanted to go was Phoenix. He wound up in Golden State. So I don't know who won the standoff.
Nobody.
Call it even?
Yeah, I think this is they both lost.
You both got what you wanted. He's out of Miami.
Yeah. But that deal, that deal, when I saw it, I went, okay.
Well,
it was
Golden State's at the tail end, on the tail end.
That's why it was okay. Like Jimmy Butler's a really good player,
super good.
Steph is still Steph.
Yes,
but I still don't see a path to the Warriors being super scary.
I mean, they're
Jimmy
fun
Butler's
to watch. Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's in his mid-30s.
Yes,
like
can still play.
Jimmy Butler. Yes, he can.
Yeah.
But this is not Oh man, they're gonna have to deal with that. That is one desperate last gasp at relevancy now. This is the kind of thing that the Lakers did until 3 days ago.
Yeah.
This is one of those older players, still pretty good.
Yeah.
But an older player that doesn't solve any problems beyond today's problem.
This is a true mercenary here. Just come do what you do, and we'll see what happens. I don't think this is going to last beyond a year.
We'll
Maybe
see.
into the summer.
He wants an extension. I would be surprised if the Warriors wanted to do something like
You're going to
that.
go off the Steph dynasty right into the Jimmy Butler era?
No, there's no. He's 35
That's
years
what I'm
old.
saying.
There is no Jimmy Butler era.
This is a stopgap for him.
He's got a player option for next year, so
Okay.
he's probably there next year.
But I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yeah,
same as with Luka and LeBron. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
I'm looking at it all through that Laker prism, and they're a non-factor. What is not a non-factor? Did you see De'Aaron Fox with the Spurs last night?
That looks good, doesn't it? I know.
That was one of those. All right.
Yeah, it's all a matter of time. What was Ireland talking about when he said Durant was older, LeBron was older? I think he was talking about the timeline. Eventually, all these guys will retire.
Yeah.
And then it will be Luka's league.
I
think that's where he was
We're virtually
headed.
there.
Yeah.
We're virtually there.
Well, Luka's league and then Wemby.
Well,
yeah,
and
that would be the next.
De'Aaron Fox is not a
Right.
young player, but he's not an old player.
Yes.
And those two guys, seeing what they looked at last night, they won the game with a little give and go. And that is, if the most optimistic version of your Lakers is Luka and the Lakers moving forward are in the mix.
And you
years.
build it right around Luka.
And you build it right.
And you build it right around Luka.
You're going to be dealing with those guys.
You're going to be dealing with San Antonio.
If it was Kobe and Duncan
Yes.
for years,
Yes.
or Shaq and Duncan, or however you want to look
Now
at those,
it's those two.
that Spurs-Lakers rivalry that lasted 10,
like
12
forever.
years,
Yeah.
forever, you might be kind of seeing the outline of something again.
Luka, Wemby with a dash of Jokic until he's done.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And it's
Yes.
not like they're going to run, but
Yeah.
Wemby and Luka are the centerpieces of championship teams. It's not hard to see.
Right.
You got
And look out. Guess what happened? Guess what just happened? You're now excited about the NBA again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Look,
now excited about the NBA.
This is
it's
a
all
perfect
familiar.
example.
Optimistic about the NBA
Optimistic,
on National
yes.
Optimism Day.
This is a perfect example, and this is not just me, but look at the league writ large.
Uh-huh.
When David Stern was asked, what's your dream finals in the NBA? And he said it's the Lakers versus the Lakers. This is why.
Yes.
Everybody gets excited when they're in it, because even if you hate the Lakers, it's fun to hate things in sports. It's just indifference is the worst.
True.
Hey, wait, the Portland Trailblazers in it. Okay.
Everything just got way more exciting
Yes.
in the NBA. Yes,
Yeah.
the rivalries are there. Here it comes again. If they build it the right way, I'm sure San Antonio's doing it the right way.
Here's what's so much fun about the Luka portion of this, though. There are so many different ways to build it right with Luka.
Yes.
And you get so many different tries to build it right with Luka. That with LeBron, it was like, you got to get, this is his last shot. No, this is his last shot.
Right.
Like, it's just, he's 40. And that's not meant as a slight. It's meant as a statement of fact.
Of course it is.
That
You're
he's
22.
He's 40.
Yeah.
Your future is today.
I can't
But
wait.
not anymore?
Well, I can wait. But 5 years from now, when LeBron is definitely retired, 5 years?
I would take that LeBron is not playing in 5 years.
Wouldn't that be year 27?
DeMarco, we're in year 22. DeMarco, we're in year 22, and he's one of the 10 best players in basketball.
When he finally retires, whenever that is.
I'd like that better.
And you start to bring in younger, fresher talent to go with an older Luka who's in his prime.
Okay, 5 years from now, he's 30.
That's what I mean. And you start to bring younger 25-year-old guys.
Just a point of clarification from our friend who works on the Sedano and Cap show. DeAndre just texted me. He says, when you guys were talking about Jimmy Butler, if he would sign after this year, he signed a 2-year extension with the Warriors for $121 million. So he will be there after this year.
Oh, he'll be there. Okay, good. Okay, well, how long is going to be there?
Well, you just know that it's going to end well with Jimmy Butler. I mean,
until he wants out.
But playoff
Thank
Jimmy.
you, DeAndre.
Jimmy Butler never sours on things. Jimmy Butler never decides he'd rather be somewhere else. Jimmy Butler has never had any sort of everything's great until everything's terrible.
But if you put Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler in the same room, what do you think happens?
Like today?
Yeah, just what do you think happens?
think
Just
they both-
period.
I don't understand. Like they both walk out
It's
of the
like
room. They
oil
hate each
and
other.
water.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes to Golden State and finds what he's looking for. Who knows?
I'm sure he will for a while. until look, it ended bad in Chicago.
Yeah.
It ended bad in Philly.
Yeah.
It ended bad in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It ended bad in Miami.
I'm
Okay,
sensing a trend
I'm
here.
going to steal the line that I've sold many, many times, and
Right.
it's I don't know if he came up with it, but I give him credit because this is the first person I ever heard say it. Jerome Bettis, I heard say this.
Bitterness, yeah.
If everywhere you go it smells like crap, it's probably you. Only he didn't say crap. If everywhere you go it smells like crap, it's probably you.
It's probably you. That is a good one. I'm not going to use that one.
Tell me that's not perfect. Like one time, hey, this place sucks. Okay, you know what? That place might suck. The second place, hey, you know, this place sucks.
Everywhere you go, it smells like
okay, it
it's
might be the
probably
other.
you.
But the third place, no. Not every place sucks.
But the dude can't fill it up.
He's a good player.
He's
That's
really
why
good.
he gets to go to the next place.
He's really good.
For sure.
Yes.
Rams going to have a new quarterback next year?
Are you asking me?
Kinda.
Are you setting me up?
Well, both. I'm trying to set you up to answer the
Okay.
question. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And now's your time to call right now, 877-710 ESPN, 877-710-3776 for your chance at Island Super Square. Lucky winners get an Islands gift card, $100 for the first quarter, $150 for the second quarter, $100 for the third quarter, and $250 in an Islands gift card if you win the final score. The best happy hour in town, you know the answer to that. It is Islands, the go-to spot for happy hour, sliders, cheese fries, tiki tenders, paired with an ice-cold beer starting around $3. Time to visit paradise. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I definitely need to get my wipers done, DeMarco. It's got to get done. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a great place to do that for all of your automotive maintenance services like wipers, oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and a whole lot more. You just pull up, drive in, and drive out all in about 15 minutes. And they've been doing it for over 30 years, so you know it's going to be done exactly right. They've been providing quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like us. It's so fast, 15 minutes, that you don't even get out of your car at Valvoline. You sit right there, nice and safe, nice and relaxed, while the expert technicians go to work on your car, making sure that it is running at its absolute best, which means you don't have to get all your stuff, get out of the car, go into that waiting room. Not at Valvoline. You just sit there and chill out, right? They got a little NASCAR team that goes to work on your car. There's one right where you are right now. How do I know? Because there are 80 of them around Southern California helping you get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
When it comes to the NBA, Lakers and Luka, Sedano is all over it.
When you processed that this was going to be the opportunity for you, I know you said that it was obviously tough at the beginning, but when you got to process that, you're going to play for that organization where Kobe Bryant played, Magic Johnson. You're playing with LeBron. Just what does that mean to you, just from a legacy standpoint?
A lot. Like I said, it's a big motive. You see, like I said, you see all these legends play here. I wish Kobe was here to see it, but it's just a big motivation, want to achieve championships, so just get started. I'm working for that.
There's a lot of chatter about how you and LeBron will fit together. What do you envision that particular fit to be?
I think it's going to be a great fit. I think I can learn a lot from him. I already did, but now as teammates, I can see every day what he do, so I can learn a lot.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap is 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Plan your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Pechanga has world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa and golf, and 24/7 gaming excitement. The immense casino floor and 1,100 rooms and suites makes Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Skip the traffic, head for Pechanga Resort Casino off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Place $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port-in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
This is the Lady Gaga song that had the entire music video premiere at the break of the Grammys, and I literally was just like, I can't believe they did the whole music video. I was so excited. My friends and I were freaking out.
This is back to like the Just Dance type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the 2008 era, the,
Has she
very...
really been around that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The
You know
Poker
how she got her
Face,
name?
Just Dance.
I don't.
Radio Gaga.
Oh, the Queen song?
Correct.
But then you add Lady.
Yes.
Listen, lady.
And speaking of Radio Gaga, you know why Chapel Roan made Hot to Go? Was because she saw the, video of Freddie Mercury doing Radio Gaga at Live Aid, and the response from the crowd. She wanted to create something like that, which is why she made Hot to Go as a response,
Nice.
call and response to the crowd. So that's what influenced
Interesting.
her.
Akon is still her manager. Discovered her, signed her, whatever.
Lady Gaga, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I know
Maybe.
that was.
I'm still.
Yeah.
I knew that she wasn't on the scene last
Lady
year.
Gaga?
But you told me she's been a part of pop culture for 20 years. That seems crazy.
I have been rocking to Lady Gaga on the treadmill, since 2000.
She's a good workout.
Yeah, 2008.
Rain on Me, great
Yeah,
one to work out to.
That Just Dance, I'm going faster. Yeah.
Didn't she jump off the building at the? She did something.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is
Showed up
known
with a
for
meat
her
dress.
theatrics.
I
yes.
remember the meat dress.
Showed up on an egg.
I don't remember the egg. I remember the meat.
She's gone through her her eras.
But you know what's
very
crazy?
different,
With her, and again, I barely know what I'm talking about here. She has chops. It's not just that she was an eccentric who wore a
can
meat
sing.
dress.
Yeah.
She can play instruments. She can sing. She can act. She's a talented human being.
Yeah, she might be one of the few great actor musician combos that they're both doing both at a very high level. Like her and A Star Is Born, which I know is a movie that's been overdone over and over again, but her version of it was fantastic. She was so great in A Star Is Born.
She was in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
All the famous musicians.
Madonna couldn't act.
Madonna
couldn't act. Yeah.
Agree. Agree. When she gets upset in the dugout after they're going to close the league, it's like Penny Marshall did a great job with that movie. It's like you needed to reshoot that scene or cut it.
Yes.
No.
Wow.
No.
You know who's also not a great actor? The Weeknd.
I
Because he had his show on HBO, the Idol. Yeah, no
He
thank
was
you.
good in Uncut Gems, but he didn't have to do much but do
Yeah,
the weekend.
he was just the weekend.
Did he play himself?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And, like,
not
like
as
one
easy as
scene.
it sounds,
Yes.
but easier than say, hey, I need you to be this other character.
No,
He had to be the weekend and flirt with Julia Fox. Like, not very difficult
Come
to
be
do.
the weekend. That's all you have to do.
Here's another deal. Trade deadline about 35 minutes away. The LA Clippers are trading Terrence Mann and Bones Highland to the Atlanta Hawks for Bojan Bogdanovic and 3 second-round picks, sources tell ESPN.
The Hawks are unloading, too, because they
town.
just traded DeAndre Hunter as well. So that's multiple people today.
Bogdanovich coming to town.
But he can shoot it.
Yeah.
He can shoot it. The Clippers are kind of in a weird spot because they're pretty good, but they're a little older than you'd probably want to be, right? Kawhi has I don't mean to talk about his injury history, but he's got a bad injury history. James Harden is still highly effective, but not a young guy anymore. They're pretty good, but they're not probably championship level good. They're in a weird spot. They're in that. Do you just kind of roll it and see what happens?
The also ran category?
Well, what's one step above that? What's above also ran but not a contender?
Well, I was going to say in contention.
Just somewhere in between those two
somewhere
things.
in there. Yeah. Relevant.
Yeah.
Relevant.
Playoff
definitely.
team.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you can't overlook them.
You know, if the Lakers get to the 3 and the Clippers stay where they are, there's your first round matchup.
You'll be playing the Clippers
I mean,
in
three
the first round.
play 6.
I
We
wouldn't mind.
still have never gotten that.
Would I mind seeing that?
Not
I don't think
if-
I want to
look,
see that.
I would love to see it because it would be fun.
Ugh.
But I just want
Yeah.
to see the Lakers in the playoffs with Luka and LeBron, and let's see what goes.
Luka's going to play Saturday, right? Has that been confirmed
No.
yet?
It's Saturday or Monday is what they're hoping for.
Saturday or Monday. I just want to see what it looks like on the floor.
If he plays Saturday,
Yeah.
great. If he plays Monday, great. If they push it past the All-Star break, great. Take your time. Get him as healthy as he can be before you bring it back. I'm with you. Just I can't wait to see it, but because the Lakers have been so good over the last couple of weeks.
That's our last impression. Yes.
Because they've been able to create a little bit of breathing. When was the last time the Lakers had legit breathing room before you were like, hey,
been a minute.
a bad week and they're in 11th place. That's
Yes.
not true anymore.
Right.
They'd have to have 2 or 3 bad weeks to fall that far back.
Yeah.
Take your time. LeBron's playing like maximum LeBron again. Reeves is playing a high level. They're playing defense like John was talking about yesterday. They seem to have discovered some sort of defensive philosophy that they can follow and that's working pretty well for them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Take your time.
Okay, so if Luka comes back and the Lakers are 10 games above 500,
Okay.
right?
Where
And
are they right now? 7? 6? Something like that.
Seed-wise or what?
No. Games above 500.
I thought it was 10. I thought they're
Oh,
29
okay.
and 19.
Okay.
Yeah, they are 10 games above 500
10
and
games
just a
above
game and a half
500.
behind the Nuggets, who is the person in front of them.
Got
the
it.
team in front of them.
Before the Luka trade, you're trending in the right direction. JJ Redick, possibly coach of the year. Maybe. If he improves the Lakers, they hold on to the 3 seed. You're 10 games above right
in
now.
the mix, yeah, sure.
But now when you add Luka to the mix and if they take off, I think that ruins your chances. For coach of the year.
Luka would get the
Not
credit
that it
for the
matters,
bounce.
but I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, I think JJ Redick would say, look,
Yay!
forget my name. Right?
We're not, though. Yeah.
Forget my name. If Luka, you can.
But before the trade, had they continued playing like they were playing, and let's say they held on to the 3 seed, and Luka was still in Dallas, JJ Redick is probably your coach of the year.
He's certainly on. Now that you say it like that, it's certainly part of it because they seem to have found an identity. They seem to have found this defensive tenacity that was not there before. And look, maybe this has been a good 2 weeks. They beat the Celtics, the Knicks, and the Clippers decisively.
Yeah.
And they did it a great deal because they were good defensively. And maybe it's just a good couple of weeks and we'll look back and go, yeah, that was kind of weird. Or, like you said, maybe, hey, look, let's try this and it actually works.
It actually worked. But now, all different. Now, Luka, LeBron, and that takes off. Great. I'm with you. If it costs JJ the coach of the year and you move up to the 2 seed, absolutely. Yes. Works.
This year is more of a, hey, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start to just tinker. You
yeah.
don't have to, do you blow it up or do you run it, like blow it up and run it back were the 2 options for the Lakers over the last 4 or 5 years. Now you're obviously not blowing anything up.
No.
You're going to tinker because you've
Great
got
chum.
2
Let's see what you attract. Absolutely.
It is our NFL picks for the final time of the football season. Boo.
And it's a tight race besides Travis.
See, totally unnecessary. Totally,
That's talking trash.
Quiet, lady.
Don't be sensitive.
It's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710